Chief Hoover.
Christine Foster Vasquez.
And I'm Kyle.
And we are the Comic Clowns Podcast. Your one-stop shop for everything nerdy, geeky, technology-wise, gaming, pop culture, and craziness.
And politics sometimes.
Oh, politics. Those are the fun ones. Those are definitely the fun ones.
And drinking.
With me today, right now, I have Jack Sentinel.
Howdy, Jack Sentinel here.
And Dave Cheto.
What's good, everyone?
You're going to hear me refer to him as Cheto, and that's just going to be it right there. And we also have Jason Ted Cuddler Scamardo joining us, but he is late, and I want to get this cracking.
Boo.
So,
Is it really surprising he's late?
No, by no means.
Okay.
not at all. So, what we're going to be talking about today to start, but is going to be, we want to... And
Hey, look, Jason's here.
Jason's here. Fantastic
Alarm
time.
is going off.
So the first thing we want to bring up, and Kyle want to talk about, and I'm going to let him go ahead and start into the details, is the Blizzard incident.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, why would you do this so close to BlizzCon is what is baffling to me. So, for those that don't know, Blizzard, WoW, Hearthstone, Diablo, I'm sure there's some more that I'm forgetting.
StarCraft.
Yeah, no one plays StarCraft anymore unless you're Korean, basically, but
I got
that's
it.
fine.
StarCraft.
Let the man hate on StarCraft.
Fair.
I'm still bitter about StarCraft Ghost not coming out ever. But they had a professional Hearthstone player that they banned, took away his earnings because he sympathized with the Hong Kong protesters, because I believe he was from Hong Kong. That I don't know for sure. Bruce might know.
What was that?
The pro was from Hong Kong too, right?
He was from China.
From China, but he sympathized with the
Yes, from
Hong Kong protests and
'Cause he was
everything
from-
like that.
Because
Jason?
So,
he pretty much, he was on the
Color is
Hearthstone Asian Grand Tour.
yeah. So they took away his earnings, they took away his pro status, and basically banned him from everything.
And fired the two casters, who
Oh, nice.
did absolutely nothing.
That I didn't know
Are
about.
you fucking kidding me?
No. They fired the two. They fired the two casters as well.
That's fucking okay. That's fucking stupid.
Now-
Seriously.
What makes this even more fun is the creator of WoW Classic deleted his account and deleted all ties with Blizzard. And a bunch of other people have started backing out of BlizzCon. They've started bashing on Blizzard. Blizzard has removed any way for you to delete your profiles right now. So
Yeah.
you cannot ban Blizzard. You
Cannot
cannot
deact-
boycott anything.
Can't deactivate nothing.
Nope.
So what you're saying is that we're seeing another DashCon in the making.
No, it's gonna be a more expensive DashCon.
Oh, that's even better.
BlizzCon's in 3 weeks.
They
Yes.
might have a better pool, though.
That's true.
They also haven't done anything with it yet. They haven't made any announcements. They haven't said what they were doing yet. But here was something entertaining. There's like 3 of us that are League of Legends players in this room, maybe 4. All right,
Christy for life.
Wow.
you love the short white women. So
Fair enough.
Riot is going through Worlds right now. Now that is a huge event over the past like 10 years. It's become giant, and they have urged their players and their casters to not bring up. This is not the venue for it. Don't bring up any of the hot button topics. Don't talk about that here. You could potentially put some of the employees, the venue people, most of us in danger for doing that. So don't talk about it here. They didn't say don't talk about it. They said just don't do it. This is not the appropriate venue to pull that off.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's.
Yes, that is a perfectly good statement. I enjoy that one.
You want to talk about it? Do it on your own time. Not while we're working.
They say who knows who owns Riot Games?
I used to know
Chinese
this company.
10 something.
Tencent.
Oh, yeah, Tencent.
Tencent
yeah.
also owns Epic Games, who makes,
Fortnite.
and they also own the creative people of Battlegrounds Unknown. It's really fun. Tencent owns all the competitors against each other, so they're winning. But they're from China, so you really don't want to press that button of the man who pays your paycheck.
Yeah.
So that was an entertaining, that was our quick snippet of the news right now.
Did you
Well,
spit on that topic though? Did you
You gotta roll up.
on that topic? Did anyone see the South Park about
Yeah.
that episode?
Oh,
about that
Jesus.
whole thing? And the Hong Kong protesters' response to it.
I didn't see the Hong Kong protesters' response to it.
They called Matt Stone and Trey Parker prophets. They loved how they addressed the issue so much.
So wait. This is a new episode or this is an old episode?
No, this is last week.
Last week's episode.
Shit, I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
There's 3 episodes out, but for Magic, they're doing their Asian tour right now. And they had some of the Hearthstone players are usually pretty top tier Magic players too. Turns out they play games.
Yeah.
And they advertised one of the Hong Kong protesters. They didn't call him out, but he's right there on their social media, visible in the pictures and everything. So
That means
Hasbro's doing good things.
Then you missed what the Hearthstone America did.
Yes,
because they
yes,
have
I did.
they have the collegiate tour. So they have a collegiate tour for Hearthstone as well. If you don't know what Hearthstone is, look it up. It's a It's a World of Warcraft card game. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
It's like Magic. I think you've seen Magic.
I enjoy watching the crap. I enjoy watching it more than I love playing it. Rayan loves to play it. But they have the collegiate league. And one of the teams, as they were playing, took a sign and put it right in front of the camera and says, we support the player, yada yada, like free Hong Kong, like right in the middle of the game. They just took it and just slapped it on their screen the whole time. People are making Reddit threads with May, like it's a crazy scenario. I don't know what the hell to make of it currently.
He's not wrong.
Yes, and we all know why Blizzard's doing it, or it's money. Think about it. How much did Warcraft the movie make just in China alone?
Like 500 million, give or take.
Yeah, it was massive. It was a hell of a...
Why the Blizzard or the Warcraft movie was a net positive. Because it only made like roughly 90 million in the States.
And
Correct.
it deserved more.
It will not be on our
No, it will
tournament
not.
today, which is a
Nope.
fantastic segue. No, I'm kidding. It is, but but honestly, let us know on our Facebook page on anything else that we've done so far. Like I had a post going about it earlier on our page. 2 people left novels.
Video games should not be political agenda. They're to disassociate from political agenda.
Yeah.
Unless the game is literally based on political agenda.
I'd play that game.
That's called Postal, dude.
Oh God, that's on my list.
That's on my list.
I've seen it played. It's a terrible game.
I fucking love Postal.
Good thing we're okay. Well, so we're
That
gonna go-
technically could be the segue because there is a Postal movie.
that is
Yes.
that is what they're
Terrible.
talking about.
Yep.
That's what they're talking about. When it's on their list, it's the Postal movie.
Oh,
So
So
it was Uwe Ball, right?
Yeah.
of course it was. We
All
can do
right.
an entire tournament on him.
Yeah, you could.
yes, it was 86% more in China than the U.S. market, which was just a lot of money. Jeez. So
Which is about the player base for WoW.
it's all Chinese gold farmers.
Korean
Yeah.
too.
Mostly Chinese. So we'll go ahead and we'll nip that part in the bud. We'll give you guys updates as we get them. I now want to bring up like what we're here for, and that is if you guys have been long-time listeners, which is probably me, and hi Tony.
Do we have longtime listeners?
Tony?
Leave a comment. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We had a little thing called a horrible movie tournament that I had thought of, and the concept was I wanted people to sit down and argue which movie was worse.
That's what brought me onto the podcast the first time.
And yep,
Mine too.
yes, a lot of people's first time was this. Jim wants to come on for this. Actually, he wants to come on regardless.
Jim likes every movie, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
Oh, it'll work.
Yeah, you got to get.
You
up
got
on
to
that.
get up on the mic
Alright,
and cut the
Jim
balls.
Likes
likes
every
every
movie,
single
yeah.
movie.
So, I asked everybody in here to give me because I trust the dais I have placed in front of me to go ahead, and we're going to end this night with a 16 movie bracket, which we will all have to agree upon. Or
I'm gonna type these up.
I'm going to type these up as we go. And then I will go to my parents' house, have my mother pick them out of a hat, and we will randomly seat them. And that's how we did it last time, and hell yeah, with tradition. The other part of it was that we can't use any of the movies that we used on the last one. Some of you may not know what those are. So when you, Jackson in particular, well, if you say one, we will inform you that you can't use that one. And but this did, because this was like 2 years ago, open up the avenue for so many more. And I will let anybody care if I just go first then? I
Sure.
will then,
By all means.
I'm not going to take anything difficult, because it's probably a movie that like only I've seen, and I tortured myself. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're gonna give him the bracket, right? Good, thank you. I tortured myself with it because I heard it came out, and I had to what?
Let's just do a quick reading of last year's movies.
Okay,
Or
last
not
year-
last
Was that the one you sent me
movies.
earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
So last year's movies were the Mario Brothers, Batman vs Superman.
Terrible movie.
What?
Spirit.
I'm actually insulted. I like the Spirit.
Moving on.
I'm now reconsidering my dais. Street Fighter Chun-Li. Double Dragons. Which, once again, I love that movie, but it was for the 90s camp. And when you go back and rewatch the other scenes that weren't the parts that you loved, it was a bad movie.
It's great nostalgia, and leave it at nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's perfectly said.
Wolverine Origins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fantastic Four 2015.
You mean all of them?
definitely.
No, we're going to get there. X-Men 3 The Last Stand. Spider-Man 3. Transformers Age of Extinction. Batman and Robin.
So for the Age of Extinction, that's the Marky Mark one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first Marky Mark one, I believe.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's right. There was a
and
second one with them.
Since we've done this, we've had Dark Side of the Moon,
Wait, isn't there a John Cena one?
that which is coming.
That's Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
But
We've had-
Bumblebee was good.
Bumblebee was good.
Bumblebee was good. So we something for this upcoming one. Don't forget, we now have Transformers, Dark Side of the Moon,
And last night.
and Last Night to deal with that we can put in here. Batman and Robin, our current champion, Dragon Ball Evolution,
Oh yeah.
Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Dungeons and Dragons.
Which really is just a Dungeons and Dragons
It's
party.
campaign. It's just a
Yeah,
campaign.
It's just a campaign they made it into a movie.
Exactly.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Stoners have
Halle
money.
Berry's Catwoman. The Spirit, which that's just based upon like a
It had
lot
like
of
a
research.
12% IMDb score.
And it-
Regardless of if you
fair.
like it, it's a bad movie.
But I like the universes
And
based
That's
around.
fine.
And the movie that we all had to forget about because of Deadpool, Green Lantern.
Racism breeds intelligence
Intelligence.
breeds racism.
Which we actually flipped the two on this one because we didn't want Mario Brothers to go against Batman versus Superman, so we flipped that and we put Green Lantern versus Batman versus Superman,
And that was my first cast.
and Mario Brothers versus the Spirit.
That's not
My
a fair
first guess.
fight.
Oh man.
So if anybody here is like mad because they have to sit down and rewatch these movies and then rewatch the one that you just opposed, so the way this tournament worked was you sat down, you watched your movie, you took your notes. I would be more than happy to sit down here, drink a case with anybody. They could come over.
Usually
We've
needs a
done it.
bottle.
Which
The three of us drank and ordered a pizza and just watched the two of the movies and took our notes because
It was.
you shouldn't do that alone.
Yeah, you need moral support.
and then
for
you
that.
have to watch the second movie because the second part of the debate is why do I think your movie is just a little bit better than mine?
You have
Because
to
the worst
defend one
you have
of
to
these
defend
movies.
the other one, and that's really difficult.
That-
That's where everyone starts having a heartbreak, and where everyone forgets is you don't have if you did two before, you don't have to do next week, so you don't have to watch the next two movies. I get to watch all of them.
I
just to
usually
make
watch
sure-
them all too.
I watch them all just so I can be that like partisan judge that's sitting here going, oh, that didn't happen, or that's not what they said, or they did say that, and I could be that judge right in the middle, and I develop a drinking problem during this time. Of
Develop?
I nurture.
There you go.
That's better.
I nurture my drinking problem. So
Enthusiasm. Drinking
if you noticed, those were all comic book movies. Now, because I wanted to have fun with
Couple
this.
anime movies.
Dragon Ball Evolution and Chun-Li, which that was still a video
Well,
game.
it's a video game.
That's a video game. I wanted to.
D&D is not a comic book.
It should be.
It probably
There
is.
is.
Technically,
It
board
probably-
game tabletop
It
game.
probably is. But this year, I wanted, now that we've taken like the obvious horrible movies out of there, we now have opened up the world of what has come out recently
For
and what
a
did-
whole new wave of horrible
Oh,
movies.
yes, and now with all those gone, I wanted to talk about one that I got bored and I heard of. I don't know how I heard of it, and I'm like, I got to go back and watch it because it was one of my favorite series growing up. SNK's Bread and Butter, King of Fighters. If you've never watched it, don't. It'll be on
Unless
here,
it's yours.
and it'll be on here, and I'm going to put it as a front runner to probably win. And I will only give like a horrible synopsis of it. I'm not going to do a full thing on it, and I'll just start with two characters, Mai Shiranui and Terry Bogard. Mai Shiranui in the video games is a big titty ninja chick. She's a cop now with an average rack. Terry Bogard is the most American with long blonde hair, sporting a red ball cap, ready to fight. He's a short-haired, crew-cutted, brown-haired dude from New York, I guess, that doesn't sport anything red. It hurt.
Their version of Ken and Ryu.
Yeah.
Ken and Ryu were Andy and Terry, they didn't ever have, unlike Ken and Ryu, they didn't have the same movesets.
Yeah.
They played completely differently. That was the cool part about them in the game. They were brothers. And Terry finally went into a dream state, and then it hurt like a lot, and definitely sticking that one on here, and then I will put that on there, and we'll definitely keep going. What do you want to go next?
Can we move to my hate boner?
Oh no, we're gonna move around the room properly from left to right.
It's
Jason?
okay. I don't think these two are gonna touch my hate boner.
Probably not. Jason, up on the microphones.
So the first movie I thought of was a movie I still haven't even seen. However, since the main actor hated it so much, I kind of want to throw it in there.
There's
And I've
still
never
so
seen
many.
And it's going to be the Garfield movie.
That is technically Sunday morning comics.
Yeah.
I will allow it.
I don't know if it'll make it, but
I don't know if it'll make it, but it's awesome.
I've never actually seen it,
neither have I.
so I feel
Now
like
we're talking
this
the first Garfield or the second?
The first.
Okay.
Whatever one Bill Murray is in.
That's the first one.
Got it.
Bill Murray signed on because he heard Cohen and thought one of the Cohen brothers, not this dude who just has a similar sounding name. So yeah, I'm
Now, with that, well, has anyone here actually seen it?
Parts of it.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Is there enough in there to actually formulate a debate about this? Now, I know Bill Murray hated it. I mean, they make a joke about it in Zombieland. If he could do
Right.
anything,
Yes.
he wouldn't do Garfield.
yeah.
Any regrets?
But is
Garfield.
there really enough in there to make it past a 45-minute discussion to do multiple rounds?
Well, we'll leave that on here for right now. Right now, we're getting suggestions, and then we're gonna go down the list, and then we're gonna vote, and then we'll have the person who chose it discuss it and argue with it.
All right, I'm just trying to.
No, you're fine.
Put a
Throw it in
list.
our paper.
So, really quick, we can only choose one, right?
Well,
No,
we're going around the room.
No, we're gonna go around the
no,
room.
no,
I
no.
got a list in my head
Yeah.
for me.
We
No,
have
we're going-
I got a
beer,
we
we've
got a
got
list, man.
liquor, and we've got time.
I have 13 movies on my...
I'll get there.
So bring it up close to it, please. All right, next one up, Big Jack Sentinel.
All right. So I have a lot on my list. Apparently, some that a lot of people have on their list, but there's one that I know for a fact not a single person in this room has on their list, and I can say why. Because everyone fucking hates Shaq. Everyone in the movies hates Shaq. But there's one movie that I can honestly say hurt my childhood so much that I loved it. Going back, I liked it. No. Shazam doesn't?
Steel?
Yes.
Steel. Oh, I completely forgot about that movie.
Steel?
It didn't make the
No.
cut on the first list.
No.
Yeah,
it didn't?
no.
Oh, in that case, Max Payne. Let's go with that.
No. I'm saying Steel just didn't make the cut. We can put Steel on here again. It
Yes.
just didn't make the cut. It didn't make it to the 16-round tournament. Then there's a chance for it to now.
Okay. So, reason why I love Steel, reason why I hate Steel. It is a terrible movie. It is based on a DC superhero, and somehow they turned it into a Sunday morning movie. I didn't know it was possible, but God, like,
I actually forgot that movie existed.
So did I,
no,
actually.
That's how bad it is.
I remembered when everyone screamed that they should make Superman black, and I went, they made Steel.
They've done that.
Yeah.
Superman Black.
And you never touched him. And there are still two other ones that no one remembers, which are from different universe is from the New 52 universe.
But they might be doing one of them.
I hope to God. I hope they do. I hope they do Zod. I hope
Zod
they do
would be the
Zod.
shit.
I hope they do Zod. Zod is about 6 inches taller than Kal-El. He's more beefy than the actual than the universe 5 Kal-El. I think it was. Is somewhere around that universe where everyone's black and Wonder Woman has a giant ass afro. Like, it was a weird universe.
I like that universe.
It was just awkward to see. Like, it was just so funny. Like, everyone was just. It was so cool though. Like, I liked the universe because they still used a different, because that was the one Zod was from. Then they had a Universe 2 or Universe 3 Superman, which was Kal-El. But yeah, it was a good, entertaining one. Yeah. All right, Kyle, hit me.
Why are you here?
Yes, that was your hate boner. I'll let it go.
FMA deserves to be on this.
Oh, it'll be there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like no argument on that one.
No, that
No,
I didn't even bother seeing it.
that hurt.
See, if you don't bother saying it, no one's going to say it, and it's not going to get put on the list.
That's seeing. I didn't bother seeing.
Oh, you will,
Oh, it'll hurt.
and it's gonna hurt. And the entire time, you're gonna be yelling, "Why are you here?" Because Winry is in every fucking scene,
that she's not supposed to.
and
be in.
she's not supposed to be there.
She replaced Armstrong in a lot of scenes.
That's
See, now there's just an image in my head of like a buff Winry.
No. They just cut out the scenes and butchered them.
Oh, that's
Like, they made it
No,
all.
Buff
They made it.
Winry is Lady Armstrong,
Yeah, they made
General
it.
Armstrong.
Well, she's not even really that buff. She's just scary. But
Yeah.
they made it
Yeah.
all the way to Tucker without you ever seeing Armstrong one time.
Wow.
Yep. That's what we did, and then we did a cast right afterwards, based on this one. But no, Fullmetal Alchemist is definitely going through. That is definitely a close that's gonna be a runner up for what I think might win.
And I will fight anyone on that, and that's going to be my hate boner, and I will.
He's taking that one.
That is the one I am taking.
He's gonna defend that one when he gets on the list. Chris.
took me a while. Didn't really put much thought, so I did some looking, and then I remembered one that I really didn't like at all, and then I realized it also sucked overall too. Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh.
That's fair.
That
in the original list?
Wow.
No.
that did
should've
not
been.
that did not make the original list.
No, like
I'm
it
surprised.
was in the running, wasn't it?
No.
No? Wow, I thought we talked about that one.
No, we did not. I mean, I looked it up. I mean, I remember Mortal Kombat. It was one of the like closer adaptations of a movie from a video game, but it was still done poorly. But the fact that it was like closely because based on the story plot and the clothing, they came close. And Annihilation kind of just like went off grid. So,
Side note, I'm intrigued by the new one that's going to be super rated R.
yeah,
That might be.
looking for that one.
All right, no, it's on the list. We'll see if it makes it through because it was completely shitty.
Yes.
Cheto, what you got?
In the 2 days since you brought this up to me, I've been thinking long and hard about all this, and it went through so many different genres and series, and because I've seen a lot of shit in my 33 years, and there's not one movie that I necessarily really hated.
That means you haven't seen a lot of shit.
Well,
Yeah, you ain't
there-
seen
I
shit
always
then.
try to find like, okay, this sucked, but there was some redeeming qualities. Not good enough for it to be not bad. But there's one where I was like, I fell asleep twice when I first went to go see it. I finished it, then I got pissed off. And then it's one of those I revisit just every couple of years to see like, okay, is it that bad? It's still that bad. Aeon Flux.
okay.
Oh, okay,
That is
that's
an anime for anybody who doesn't know it.
yeah.
Dude, that
Charlize
was
Theron's
MTV.
hot, though.
Yeah, it was.
Childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot.
Charlize Theron is hot.
Oh yeah, and then that was.
That's the.
I would say
redeeming
that's one
quality.
redeeming quality from there. That's
Cheers,
right.
Charlize, on that one, everyone.
Cheers.
So I had two recommendations, and
Alright,
this will
what we
go
got?
around the room from Carlos.
Oh.
No.
Hi, Carlos.
The Phantom, 1996,
Okay.
with Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
Hey.
Oh man.
No.
Don't make fun of
You
Billy
will
Zane.
not disrespect.
I like
the Phantom.
I like the Phantom.
Yeah.
Kyle's never seen the Phantom. Okay,
I probably haven't seen it in like 20 years.
It's
I've
great.
probably
I have
haven't
Phantom
seen
like
it in
number
20
one.
years.
There's like a bunch of Phantom comics in that chest down.
I like
Phantom was a bomb, yo.
It is hot buzzing. So I'm going to say no to the Phantom, but he did bring up one that I'm going to add to the list that was not on our list last time. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, throw it on.
How was
Why
that
was
on
that not
not
on
on the
my
last one?
Because it was so bad, we didn't want to have it in there. Because
No, we replaced it out with Dragon Ball Evolution. We decided to like fight those two against each other for a moment. So it's good enough for me to make it on now.
I don't think you wanted that many anime movies on there.
Yeah, that was it. We had so many good ones that we were thinking here. Kayla, should I go ahead and just say the one you're thinking?
What are you talking
Horrible movies that we think should fight each other that are the worst
Well,
movies.
there's one that's gonna come out.
Yeah, there's one that's going to come out, but the one you're thinking of now. Yeah, there it is. The twitch in the eye tells us from Kayla's recommendation is Suicide Squad.
That was my next one.
I'm going with that. I'll agree with that.
That was my next one.
Awful movie to come, Birds of Prey.
Let me
I
see.
have hope for that movie.
I
Your
don't
list?
at
I
all.
have like
Margot Robbie
Why?
is still in it.
That is
Bitch
true.
needs to die. She destroyed a perfectly good character.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
hot.
Also, yeah.
So is that it? Do we pros to redeem quality of hot?
Yes.
No.
No.
No, we do. Because she does other better things.
Like what?
Wolf of Wall Street was amazing.
No. She has good movies.
She has good movies.
She
Nothing about her Harley Quinn is good, except the way she looks in the costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can hate the
No.
costume. It looks great on her, though.
Terrible costume. Worst Harley Quinn costume there is, but she looks good.
Didn't he kind of?
To looking good.
This is like an entire group of,
Oh, good.
people, of men in here going, yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a good-
I don't condone
Jay, you
that
want beer?
Harley Quinn at all.
He needs a beer.
But I condone Margot Robbie.
Yes.
I was reaching
Agreed.
out already
Yo,
before you
didn't
said
they
it.
redeem that Harley Quinn specifically in the New 52?
No.
No, it was in White Knight.
No, they brought back that one's based off of Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
So this one's not. The
No.
same.
What I'm
But
saying
she
is
died
in a
in
co-
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That's what I'm
was so
saying.
awesome.
That's what I'm saying. The Suicide Squad Harley Quinn gets straight up murdered.
Oh, yeah.
In
But it's
White Knight.
it's not really. Yeah, they do that, but it's not even like the real Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. It was so messed up.
I know.
All right, so I guess I have to go with my next one here, and I'll go ahead and get the fanboy ones out of the way. Pretty simple. And it's a movie I haven't watched yet, but it's a movie to go ahead and terrorize an entire fucking trilogy, an entire saga. I'm gonna go with The Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
X-Men: The Dark Phoenix. Was that you?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
No, none of us have.
I know.
We just know how. You watched it?
Well, I read the script and skip through scenes on a bootleg version.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
It was so bad you skipped scenes.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
On a bootleg.
So
On a bootleg,
I'm
yeah.
putting it on the list.
All right.
We'll see if it gets through. Move on.
All right. So my next one is, a little bit offbeat, but I think it fits still. Seth Rogen as the Green Hornet.
Oh.
I have that on my
Question about
list.
that. Actually,
That's on my
That
list.
is it?
That was going to be the next
That was
one I
his
talked
next one
about.
too.
okay, there's a legitimate question I have about that one. So Green Hornet, we're allowing Green Hornet.
Why wouldn't we?
So, and this actually is because there's a specific one on my list that I'm worried about.
Then when we get to you ask about it.
Well, fine.
I actually didn't mind.
Should it be his turn?
Next, so
Yeah, he's next.
No,
Anyway.
but he's questioning himself, so don't worry about it. The Green Hornet, like, here's the thing. Like, I watched that when I was on deployment. Like, I guess it was my twisted sense of humor and my disgust for, like, human
Deployment
life.
goggles. No.
Yeah, I didn't mind it then.
Deployment goggles. Makes sense.
I really didn't mind it, like, because it was just Seth Rogen coming out, out and about, and, like, meh. It had the same issues most movies, I think, do when there's, like, two people. One's super serious and one's joking all the time, and, like, yeah, that kind of thing. So I can understand that. Jackson, what you got on it?
Okay, so
What's your
regarding
question?
Green Hornet,
Of course, we'll Green.
can we count another radio drama from around the same era?
Talk about Lone Ranger.
No,
Oh.
Lone Ranger's the shit, dude. Well,
Johnny
not the
Depp
movie.
movie is
Not
that.
the
Exactly.
movie. No, I'm actually going even further. The Shadow.
You shut the hell up.
Wait, Alec Baldwin?
Follow the fucking plot of The Shadow worth a damn. Let's start that.
The Alec Baldwin Shadow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched that.
I watched that
I
last night.
feel like
That's
I
right.
Yeah.
remember.
Can I honestly say I've never heard of that?
I've never heard of it.
That's
25
the
years ago?
point.
I think it's under. I remember liking it, but that could be the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
where
true.
I'm at.
See, my thing is this. I always re-listened to the radio drama growing up. So, to see the movie pissed me off even more. And, holy shit, did it still piss me off today. Don't get me wrong. Good movie with like rose-colored glasses, but fuck that movie.
It's the thing where I get in trouble for a lot of movies where it's like, this isn't accurate. And then someone goes, but it's a good movie. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Shut up. It's not accurate.
That's why I said it's a good movie with rose-colored glasses, but fuck that movie.
All right, let's move on to Tequila.
I feel I'll just tag onto rose-colored glasses and throw out the Disco Thor.
There it is.
This one,
I
hold on.
even told him days ago that would show up.
Yeah. I had that in my
I
arsenal.
was leaving that for Cheto to get there. So
That was a
It's
given.
not what I wanted to go with next, but the segue was there, so I'm gonna go with it.
Let's go with what you want to go with, because like Thor Ragnarok's gonna make it
Female
on.
Ghostbusters.
Ah.
Still haven't seen
Ooh,
it.
there
I'll
you
accept
go.
that. Heard nothing good about that.
Haven't.
No one in the cast was happy with that movie.
I have a weird view about that movie.
I'm not upset that they made it. I'm upset in the way they went about making it.
That I'll agree with. The idea of what they were doing was good because
Agreed.
Yeah, but the way they went about it, half of the jokes fell flat. The ending spoof, like the Easter egg, kind of died horribly halfway through.
But here's the thing. They made it a feminist agenda movie with the way they the propaganda behind it.
Save it for the cast. Save it for the
It's-
cast.
What I love about Between the Two Ferns, they should do a male reboot of that movie.
They are. The grandpas are coming back.
They should.
All right.
They should also do what was it, the other male reboot of.
I don't know. I didn't watch Between the Two Ferns. So.
Neither did
You
I.
did.
The
I didn't
hell's,
watch the whole movie. I walked away.
the hell's
a lot.
between two ferns?
All right, don't worry. It's Jack Galifianakis' talk show where he makes fun of breaks people. It's pretty much this if the people were sitting in the room.
Got it.
He takes celebrities and kind of they know they're coming on a Zach Galifianakis talk show, but then he drops like ridiculous questions on them they're not ready for.
All right.
Brie
And that's it.
Larson.
Like Brie Larson's like, I hear that
You're
you're
a
that.
very private person.
Saying,
So,
I
how
know-
old were you and how did you feel when you got your first
Oh no, it's like I hear you don't answer a lot of questions, and how old were you when you got your first period? And you see Brie's eyes just like light up, but like they know it's a joke, so they it's because it's a sitcom, they have this tendency to like act like they're offended, but the bloopers show them laughing their asses off because it is funny as it goes.
They don't know the questions initially.
No.
They just know they're going in to do a talk show skit with Zach Galifianakis. They don't know what they're getting asked though.
Got
so
it.
the reactions
But-
are genuine.
But by now they know it's going to be something
Oh
offensive.
yeah, they know it's going to be ridiculous, but they just don't know what.
All right.
Chris, what you got?
I'm gonna kick it old school for some arcade style, you know? I remember playing some fun arcade games, and to see how one got adapted to a movie and then just was really shat upon from all angles,
I wonder.
I'm going with House of the Dead.
I was like, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, that one.
That's just such a
Like,
House of shit.
the actors hated it, the production crew hated it, critics hated it.
The fact that at one point in that movie, they take footage from the actual game and cut it into a live action movie is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's called camp, people.
Because we have that, do you think we should allow for a freaking Resident Evil film to make
Yes.
it here?
No.
Yes.
No.
House of the Dead versus
I don't-
Resident Evil.
I don't know why we wouldn't allow it.
I mean,
to
but
make the
I'm only
list.
saying no.
But only
but-
allow one.
I don't think any of them were bad enough to make these
Yeah.
16
And-
bracket
in the
or movie
similar
tournament.
vein, you know, we didn't do Doom the first time. But Doom.
He's on my list.
Yeah.
We'll get to Doom.
Doom is on my
We're
list,
allowing
too.
Resident Evil or we're allowing Silent Hill.
I didn't mind
We're-
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill
Was good.
All right. the
We're
first Silent
allowing
Hill
them
was
into the
like a
discussion.
special.
All right. Not jumping right now. We're not doing that right now. Cheto.
Actually, I was going to say Doom.
All right.
It could be part of the discussion. It may not make it.
Everything could be part of the discussion. All right. Does Chad have anything? Nope. Not right now. They don't. I'll get back to that one. I'm really hoping someone pops out with some good stuff. Let's see here. What else was I gonna go with? I know I wasn't gonna. I'm gonna borrow one that we talked about before, and it's one that I know is horrible, and I could not sit through the rest of the way. And it's another video game one, Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot about that, actually.
Lucky you.
Bro, that was a great dumpster fire.
I don't have anything to say on that one.
No one has anything to say about it.
I didn't know they made a movie of it.
Oh, that's how bad it was.
Like, I was gonna say Tekken, but
That's still a bad movie.
no, I liked Tekken because they brought everybody into it. The only person they did dirty was Brian Fox in that one. He was the only one they did dirty. I liked how they did the whole backstory and everybody else in Tekken. So I'm not going to like dive into that one and take Tekken into that. Like I didn't like one aspect, but the story was fantastic. Other than that, so I have to replace that with another fighting game, which is DOA. So I'll go with that one. Jay.
I thought DOA was big titty volleyball
since
players.
since it didn't get into the bracket last time, let's go with Ghost Rider.
Which one?
Well,
The first one.
Can we?
But I didn't mind the Nicolas Cage first one. Now Spirit of Vengeance on the other.
That's
Yeah,
why I
so
said
was
which
like, can
one.
we
With that
combine
one,
one
we just
and
go to
two
that
with
one.
that, please?
I'd rather go with
That's
two.
fine.
Spirit of Vengeance was
Yeah, agreed.
Spirit of Vengeance was blah.
It's like Punisher
I mean,
Warzone.
The first one got redeemed because Sam Elliott is just
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, we got Jigsaw in Warzone.
I mean, the first one.
Actually, I didn't mind Warzone just because it was.
Dolph Lundgren.
Well, that helps a lot.
The first Ghost Rider, it's like one of those like you
Still
watch
not
it,
Thomas
it's
Jane.
entertaining. You know, it's you watch it, you forget
Exactly.
about it for a while.
Oh yeah.
Second one is like, no, just no.
I put it in the same vein as National Treasure.
Yeah,
It's
I can see that.
it's a Nicolas Cage movie. You know it's gonna be campy. You know you're gonna have to deal with a Nicolas Cage at one point or another.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit there, lie back, and accept it and think of France. There's no other way about it.
Yeah,
How'd it go on Community?
You watch it,
Is
you
he
forget
the
about it
worst
for a while.
actor or the best actor?
That's the scary part about Nicolas Cage. You don't fucking know
yeah.
anymore.
I mean, he's an Oscar winner for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you don't know if he's a horrible actor or God. We can't tell anymore.
All right, what's your next one? Oh,
All right, Ghost Rider made it to the list. Let's keep going with DC. Jonah Hex. I'm gonna say
Alright,
it.
I'm about to slap you upside the head
You
because
sure fucking try.
because you just said Ghost Rider was DC.
I know. I did that on purpose. I really want to see your reaction, though.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You got it.
I'm sure. Nice save though.
Thank you.
I'll put Jonah Hex on there.
I didn't mind Jonah Hex. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but I don't think it was horrible.
Yes.
Oh, he's pissed off about it.
Oh, I love Jared Leto, but now that's
Kayla's getting her prep work for Suicide Squad ready going now.
Oh yeah, no, she has to. That.
I love that it has Tobey Maguire.
So she just said Tobey Maguire, which is a nice segue into mine because I'm not going that version of Spider-Man, but we're going to the alternate streets of New York, Sony, and doing Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electro, and yeah, that was
The Electro
trash.
Boogaloo.
Yes.
He electrified everyone with dubsteps.
The death of Gwen Stacy and the audience.
Oh my God, the death of Gwen Stacy. That was
Spoilers.
yeah. No. You had spoiler warning written on you the first 30 seconds of that film.
Yeah.
We think we're immortal, but we're not. Like me and Kyle just leaned over, like just in unison. She gonna die.
You had spoilers all over from the trailer.
Well, no, I didn't.
You saw it,
I
you were
didn't,
just
I didn't
like,
bother with it, but like her opening speech was,
Yeah.
"We all think we're immortal. I know I have," and I'm like, "Oh, she is totally
Yeah, she's gonna
dead.
die.
Totally
Way
doing
to
the death.
foreshadow that bullshit.
Totally doing the death of Gwen Stacy.
Stacy right now. I didn't think they were gonna do it right now, but they're totally doing it.
We didn't
now.
think they had the
So
balls.
wait. You know a movie is bad when you just kind of completely white slate it in your mind and completely forget everything but the end. I don't even remember that line. That's how bad it was in my head.
Oh, I do.
It's
Jesus.
the very opening of the movie.
I think that's why I forgot it because.
And let's
it
not
was
forget
so
about
bad.
Electro Jamie Foxx.
With that hair.
God.
Yeah, that was just.
I love Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, we
But
all love Jamie
God,
Foxx.
that was so bad.
Can
I
someone
can't believe
tell
he's gonna be
why
Spawn.
Shinji was in Spider-Man and why he was black. That's the part that bothered me the most.
Chris, what you got?
All right, a little torn right now between two, because they're from the same series, but they are both god awful.
Well, sure, hit me with them both, and we'll pick.
Hitman and Hitman Agent 47.
Didn't see either of them.
I saw the
I-
first one, and I didn't mind it. The second one looked like a horrible copyright, like a whole like Costco bin version of like the first one. So if you're into that, you're gonna have to go with the first one.
Hitman.
Yeah.
Hitman it is.
No, not the first one. Go with the second one.
Hitman 40,
Yeah, let's-
Agent 47.
Yeah.
I'm about to say Hitman 1 was alright.
Yeah.
Wasn't
because-
that Timothy Oliphant?
Yeah, I was about to
Yes,
say
it was.
that was the first one, right?
yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that.
Something about a attaché briefcase?
It's like when you think about these movies, it's always the second one, but like not like with Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield still pulled the same person, but we're talking about like these movies where we're getting like the second person to take over. We're talking about Punisher, Punisher Warzone, new Punisher, not Thomas Jane, obviously worse.
Well, yeah,
Hitman,
because-
not the same person, obviously worse. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, not the same people at all.
Yeah, the first
But
one
we're
made so much money that they rushed into the second one.
It had some of the same people from the first one.
And a lot of the
Johnny
people-
Cage off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I was kind of done with that movie like right away.
Fucking Mortal Kombat.
All right,
But yet Liu Kang's the one that's actually perma dead in that series.
he's
Yeah, that's
back.
true.
He's back now.
Yeah.
Well, I know that. I'm
Shadow,
just
hit me
saying.
back.
It's funny because
You got nothing.
last night I was watching my nephew and was putting him to bed, and I'm laying in one bed, he's laying in the other, and flipping through TV stations because he wants the TV on when he goes to sleep. And I came across this, and it clicked in my mind. I'm like, I haven't seen this movie in about 20, 25 years. I hated it as a kid. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I didn't really hate it, but it was more like, what the fuck am I watching? And it's Superman 4, Quest for Peace.
Damn.
I honestly was expecting 2. I don't know why, but I was expecting Superman 2.
All Superman movies are bad. All
And
Superman movies
I
are
was
bad.
watching it, and even he at 7 years old is like, why isn't Superman like, what is this? And I'm like, you know how I felt when I was your age.
It's
And
like
I
that
just turned
Family
it
Guy
off.
skit.
And I'm like, I forgot about this movie. I'm like, hey, now I got another one for my list for tomorrow.
All right, I'm already typing my next one in, so we can just knock that one out. And I just have to say 2 words, and that's Death Note.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh God, yes.
That's fair.
No,
Wow.
You have to be specific.
Oh.
Death Note Netflix version.
Yes.
Because we cannot say the Death Note Japanese version
Oh,
because
no.
those
Those-
live action movies were the shit.
Yeah, they were actually really good.
Red Hot
Oh,
Chili Peppers
shit.
did the lyrics. Just saying.
No shit.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Netflix.
Hey, you have to be specific sometimes. I thought you were talking about the Japanese one for a
It's
moment.
this. Look at this group. We all know which one he's talking about.
I fucking did.
Oh,
You're the only one.
Welcome to
you're
the group.
You're an outsider.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yes, I am. That's why I'm like, hold up.
All right, Jake, what you got? Hit me with something.
Alright, so this is something that I actually own the book for. I don't own many books.
You can read.
And aren't comic books.
Yeah.
So I actually own this book.
I think I
This
know which one it
movie
is.
So you own
bored
something that's
me-
not picture books?
Yeah, it's words only.
Oh shit.
Don't worry, one of these days, Jason will teach you how to read.
No, I'm good.
So, like I said, one of the few regular books I own. And the movie itself just bored me, disappointed me, and it stars somebody great from a movie you love, Troy,
I knew where you were going.
World War Z.
I knew that's where you were going.
Oh, God, no. Oh, I'm having some flashbacks. Hold on.
Yeah, because even when I went to see it, I was like, what the
God,
fuck?
that was just bad.
Oh,
They might make it. That one might stay. We'll see.
oh, God. That burned me out for a second. All right. Let me keep the trend of video games for a second in my head. Okay.
I went to Death Note. He
No,
went to an
I said
actual book.
I have a
You
trend
say
in my
video
head.
game.
I said specifically the trend in my head.
I didn't hear my head. My bad.
All right. So there's one video game that I loved it growing up as a kid, and I loved it so much that I became a fan of the fucking band that was in the goddamn game that essentially got their start because of the game. And when the movie came out, I went to the theaters. I was hyped, and then I left the theater 5 minutes after the fucking everything started because it was that bad. Max Payne.
I had that too.
Yeah.
That's,
I
Yeah.
I had
That's two
so
Marky
much.
Marks.
yeah.
We got two.
I had so much fucking hope for the Max Payne movie. I'm like, holy
Agreed.
shit, we're gonna get like the actual storyline. We're gonna see the
So
actual
much
story of
bullet time.
Valkyrie. We're gonna actually
Yeah.
see Painkiller bullet time bullshit. We're gonna get Late Goodbye on the big screen, and then
Kyle.
bullshit happened. Bullshit cranked down the middle, and it just went on its own little tangent of bullshit.
Same, yeah, that was on my list too. That was one of the next things I was saying. I'm like,
All right,
I
Kyle.
fucking hated Max Payne.
I got about 30 seconds before copyright laws kick in.
Go.
Stop.
No.
No, don't ever do that because they will copyright me on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, no, you get about 30 seconds before they hit you with it.
Really, you weren't a fan of that one?
The movie? No.
I was a fan of the last 15 minutes, and that was it because it summed up the entire film. Like,
I love Christina Ricci in it though.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, let's be perfectly
Cheers to
honest.
Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci. Cheers.
We're all around the same age. I don't know your age, but I know everyone
Yeah.
else is here.
he's around us. He's good.
Who's one of?
I know that has a perfectly round head.
My wife's in the back. The only person I know that has a perfectly round head.
Who didn't have Christina Ricci as one of their first celebrity crushes? I mean,
Oh.
let's be honest.
Oh God, yeah.
It's legit.
But yeah, Speed Racer was garbage.
It was.
It's
I know
if you
somebody who would argue that.
if you compare it to the anime,
Oh, yeah,
Jay, who's that?
Once again, hold on. Like I said, I enjoyed the last race
Oh,
because
no,
it
no,
was
makes
sense.
it was effectively a trailer. It summed up the entire film in like one race. You really didn't need to watch anything else but the last 15
That's
to 20
the whole
minutes,
point.
and that's why it was a bad film.
exactly.
Why would you sum up the entire film in like 20 minutes? Like, wow, yeah, I know they fucking said that. They
Because
said it
the
like an hour
anime is
ago.
20 minutes long.
Yeah.
They
Attention
only need
span.
20 minutes. They don't know how to write another 60.
All right, Chris.
Blood Rain.
Uwe Boll's
Wow.
back.
That
Yeah,
I mean, the
that's
game was
really
good.
cool.
The movie was just god
Do
awful.
you want to just take all the Uwe Boll ones that I have? We already talked about them. Like, I'll hand off the next one I was going to give up.
All right. I mean, no one's going to argue Blood Rain. Most
No.
of us haven't seen it. I've only seen.
I saw
I've seen
Nick.
1 and 2.
I've seen a
I've
trailer.
okay,
That's
all
about
of
it.
Yeah. But, all right, Cheddar, what you got?
Going off into a different realm, not really video game, comic book, anime, anything along those lines.
Which is everything we're about. Keep going.
True. But it's also like has its own fandom, I guess you can say. And I remember going to see this. One thing I always tell myself is never get up during a movie to use the bathroom.
It's fair.
Because I never
That
want
is
to.
a brave notion there for a man with the bladder your size.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. There's only 2 movies that I've done that for. Age of Extinction and Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
I will not. I don't want to put that one on there.
No.
Nope. I won't put that on there. It's not a comic book. It's not anything. It's a Disney thing. I'm not getting sued by the mouse.
Fair enough.
But no, I mean honestly, no. I would look at that like because we're trying to keep
There's
this
not-
just a comic book and there's no source material.
Yeah, there's
for
no
that.
lore behind it, really.
It's
Fair
just,
enough.
It's what they're
It's just a
writing.
ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's original scripts. There's no history behind it, really.
Everything that we're talking about now, you can look up a lore and go, that didn't fucking happen. So,
Fair enough.
what's your next one on your list?
Oh, he already said it. Ragnarok.
Well, then keep going. Is
Well,
that your
did
whole
you
list?
add Ragnarok
no.
there?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh, then the other one, The Dark World.
Yeah.
Dark World. Oh, Thor.
Thor Dark World?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The best of the Thor movies?
To me, I still think the first one's the best one.
I can fight that, yeah.
Yeah. The second one,
mean-
you tried to cram way too much into an hour and 35
I mean,
minutes.
do you want your shit in a brown paper bag or a bucket? That's really what you're comparing on those two.
Yeah, essentially.
All right, so I will go ahead and then I will go move on to the next section of that one. And I'll go to DC, and I'll say, the man with the hidden mustache in Justice League.
Injustice
You guys
League.
can't see it right now. Chaddo's shaking his head because everyone remembers how bad Henry Cavill's face fucking looked in Justice League.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was weird.
yeah.
That was very weird.
And especially seeing it on an IMAX screen, you're like,
But I don't
Like,
want to watch that movie again.
oh.
I don't want to watch that movie again, but I'm going to watch that movie again. I'm going to cry the entire time.
And drink vast amounts of
Oh
booze.
God, yes. All right, Jay. All right, are you okay over there, Jax?
I have 2 in my head that one is so polarizing that I'm actually prepping myself now.
I don't
So,
think he prepared himself for this.
So my
I
next
did,
thought,
actually. I'm just double checking.
the movie itself doesn't have a direct lore, but it's following a long line of video games that have great lore where this movie failed. That would
Rampage?
be Final Fantasy The Spirits Within.
I
Ooh.
really wasn't hoping that one was gonna come back.
Again, another one I totally forgot about.
So Spirits Within. big Final Fantasy fan. They usually have some deep lore, and then Spirits Within was just kind of like, hey, we did cool CG stuff and we named it Final Fantasy. Here you go.
I think that actually made the
I mean, that sums up Final Fantasy 13.
It made the cut, but it didn't make the 16 cut.
Yeah. So,
For last bracket.
it's coming back.
Yes. He's bringing it back.
Hey, you just scrolled past the one I'm gonna say.
Prince of Persia?
Wait,
No.
we didn't put it on there
No.
last time. No, the other one I'm thinking of, not 2.
I'm talking about.
Thank you. Yeah, that wasn't it.
No, I know, but that just reminded me of it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not the next one I'm saying though.
Oh, that's fine.
So the one that
I'm
I really
just making sure I'm not forgetting anything.
All right. So the one that I really want to do, it's a tie because the one I really am thinking of right now is Kick-Ass 2. But the one I really want to see on this list is one that when I first saw it, I fucking loved it. It actually is the reason why I got into this comic series. But looking back at it after all these years, I just want them to just redo it and just sweep it under the rug, but keep the main actor because he was the shit. Spawn.
Go to hell.
Fuck you.
Whoa!
Go to hell, dude.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
No,
No.
Oh.
No.
That is not going to happen.
No.
No.
Here's my reasoning.
Oh, boy.
Here's my reasoning.
We're having a debate right now.
Oh, here we go.
Here's my reasoning, and this is why I said it's polarizing. That's why I'll prep myself. It's polarizing because while back in the day it was a good movie, it did not. It was its own plot. It literally was its own plot, and that was it. It was a good entry level, but that was it. That's why I'm like, I want them to remake it. I want them to fucking do Armageddon.
Are remaking it?
They are. and
Michael
it's
Jai White acted his ass off in that
Yes.
film. No. You
He stayed.
I got the mic.
You will respect John Leguizamo as a clown.
John Leguizamo. Oh, let me put that out
The
there right
violator.
now. I've had somebody look at me and say John Leguizamo is a horrible actor. My response
Bullshit.
No,
Who
let
would
me
say that?
Let me fucking finish. Fuck, guys. My
say there.
response was, no, John Leguizamo just gets in bad movies. He does as the violator, that cheerleading scene had me rolling. The whole movie as a whole, you only have one argument against the film, and that's why everyone's saying no. Is your thing was like it was its own plot. That's fantastic. The CGI was way before its time.
Yes.
Michael Jai White did a fantastic job. The villain was someone you actually hated. You felt bad for the anti-hero for doing what he was doing, and he was fighting the devil and working aside the Catholics, and that was before they were touching children. So that was
Before it was known.
before we knew about it.
No. Here's why I said. Here's the exact.
But it
reason
wasn't
why.
that good. It wasn't that bad. I mean,
it was literally a coin toss, like depending on how you felt.
No, I'm going to put. We'll do that one right now because Spawn, like Chris, will get up and just kill you now. I mean,
Look at his face.
Like I fucking love Spawn.
No.
The movie was the shit, but at the same time, I have to sit there and go,
But-
it wasn't that good of a movie, but it was a great
No,
fucking
see, but
entry.
you're going back now and judging it from merit of what you see now and comparing it to
No, not
then.
in comparison
But-
to new movies. I'm comparing it to the literal comic itself versus how I saw it as a kid versus how I see it now. I'm not comparing against any other movie. I'm comparing against itself.
Here's the thing. I could turn on Spawn and rewatch it.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
Oh,
These movies we have on here right now, I'm going to have to force myself to watch them.
Fair enough.
That was probably the biggest deciding factor there. Now, also the big thing we're going to put on there, and we're not downing you for coming with it, because you don't like Spawn, but at this table, at that table, I'll put it to the quick vote on this one. Who here does not want Spawn on this list? My wife's hand is over there on the fucking chairs.
I'm literally like this because
It doesn't hold up.
Against
But-
okay, I'll try it this way. Would Spawn
That's the thing, it's
be
entertaining.
worse than Suicide Squad?
oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, and that's the point.
Fair enough. All
The
right.
the point
Then
it doesn't stand a chance of even making it out of the first round.
Okay. All right. In that case, let me
Yeah.
rescind. Let me rescind.
No.
All right.
Go on.
You're
We'll
fine.
go- all right. We'll go with Postal. Would anybody be against Postal?
No.
No.
All right.
I don't know
For
the
those
lore
that
and I
don't
don't know
fucking
the
know
movie.
Postal, think of everything that you can that is the most offensive fucking thing possible. Allow Uwe Boll to do whatever the fuck he wants. Put Nazis in this bitch and then just go to ham. That is Postal.
Now that sounds like
The game got banned in Australia.
Shit.
That's a really
It's
hard place
really
to get banned
bad.
from. I hope you don't think that we need to do against you. That one just struck a chord because that one, like, there's a dividing line for all of this, and like Spawn makes it just over that line.
yeah.
You mean the world record holding Spawn?
Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the world record holding Spawn.
No, I love that one.
What?
But-
Whoa, Super Mario?
I have a It's the exact same reason. It's a good entry point to a decent,
It's
what
so
could have been a good
bad.
movie series. What could have been.
Sir,
Get the hell out of
the
here.
Goombas are dancing again.
I
Hey, that's one of the best lines ever.
I know, and that was it.
I fucking loved it because it was so terrible.
They,
That's how
they
good
killed
it
Yoshi. They killed Bowser. Okay, but you have to be completely.
Yes.
You have to be completely drunk to enjoy that movie.
Did Jim ever tell you that he bought that in a Goodwill bin for $2 on VHS?
Yes.
Did they give him his $2 back?
Oh, he probably would have given him an extra $4 because he actually likes that movie.
But, no, that's all
I got post on there. You're good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
no,
we're
I'm
not.
saying.
We're not gonna argue Super Mario Bros. Because that one was on the last tournament. Made it out of the first round, I think. All right, Kyle, what you got?
I'll just go with the Transformers last night.
Yes, you have a specific reason for wanting to put that on there besides it being a bad movie.
I mean, I like the British chick in there. She's hot. But, no, my buddy's a huge in thing that is an understatement. Transformers, Mark, and knows more about Transformers than probably the people writing Transformers.
I have a friend like that from my old job at Columbia College. So I
And
know
he
what
said
you
he
mean.
would drive down to do this, so I'll put it on the list.
Where's he from?
He's up in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, bring him down. Be a good time. Chris?
Wing Commander.
Fuck you, I love that movie.
Like Freddie Prinze Jr. Wing Commander?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Holy
Matthew
shit.
Lillard. That is a terrible but awesome movie.
Wow.
Could you argue it?
If I saw it enough times, probably.
Well, then I'm saying if you could argue it, I'll put it on here.
All right.
I don't think it'd make it out.
If it won't make it out, if it does, I can argue it.
I don't think it'll make the bracket.
No.
Yeah.
But I think that it'll be entertaining because
It's such a terrible
Oh, yeah, because
I'm
he
gonna be-
said it and all of a sudden it's a fuck you. It's like, okay.
It's a terrible movie,
I'm
but
going to
I
be
love
going
it.
back and like starting to look up when we're finishing debating this. I'm getting IMDb, Rotten Tomato scores. I'm getting all of that too while we're trying to make up this bracket. As we go.
I laugh. The reason I laugh so hard against that is because it's one of the few times I got Kyle just to sit there and look at me and say "fuck you," nothing else.
It's such a good
Like
campy movie.
usually this guy can comment anything I say. Just to have him say "fuck you" was great.
It's like Starship Troopers level bad,
Oh.
but it's that kind of campy good.
I fucking love Starship
Oh,
Troopers.
that's
Exactly.
great.
I had Starship Troopers. Except the third one. Fuck that movie.
Is that the
No,
one
the second one
Goldberg?
sucked.
Second one especially.
No, you're thinking Universal Soldier.
That's
I
it, yeah.
don't trust the site that I'm on.
No.
From their
Yeah, I
ordering?
just looked
No,
it
from their
up.
ordering. I'm just looking at it to see if I'm forgetting something, and it helped me remind myself of a film that I wanted to grab. But like, I'm looking at their ordering, going, no,
The same, right?
no, what? No, Blade and Constantine should be nowhere near
Oh,
the top
God.
of
I
this
saw
list.
Blade and Constantine some list.
Blade 1 and
Put that in the
Constantine, I'm like,
list.
you need to move
Blade
these away.
1 is good.
Blade 1.
Oh, we're not gonna get to that right now. Cheto, what you got?
Holy shit.
This is what happens.
Make someone say "fuck you." Come on, do it. Do it.
All right. Constantine.
Fuck it.
It's funny you said it because it was in my mind. I was like,
One.
you know what's funny? I saw the shirt. I was like,
Wait,
Alright,
did
look
you
this
not
way.
like, honestly did not like Keanu Reeves' Constantine?
I just couldn't take Keanu.
I don't like
seriously.
Keanu.
Yeah,
as
that was my thing.
Constantine.
That was my
I
whole
like
thing.
the movie. I don't like him as.
And you know what?
Yeah,
I think
Constantine.
maybe I gotta watch. I haven't probably
Here's
watched it in
what
like
I
10
felt.
years. I just
watched
didn't like
that-
Keanu.
I watched that before Tony's wedding because that was the thing that we were watching, and even now that still holds up as a film. Like,
Oh, no,
Well, yeah. If the only thing we have is we don't like Keanu as Constantine,
I couldn't take
then,
him,
then I
like,
can't
say-
even put it on the
Oh
list.
no,
Alright,
it doesn't deserve to be on the list.
Definitely not.
Yeah. No, because the movie was okay. The movie was the most fucking Constantine thing to happen in the Constantine universe, but Keanu sucked at Constantine. That's all it was.
I don't think he sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll go, hold on, he didn't suck as Constantine, and it was definitely not the most constant thing Constantine did. Constantine literally sacrificed an entire village to get
I
an
mean,
angel.
for the
No,
comic series.
yeah, I'm talking about Hellblazer
Sorry.
number one.
No, I'm not talking. Sorry, I meant in like movie slash
The movie was written too nice.
Thank you.
The movie was written too nice to be Constantine. Constantine in Hellblazer 1 literally sacrificed an entire town just to get an angel to come down to take care of a devil that was blackmailing him, and it was fucking amazing.
Yep.
Like that was the comic book, and Keanu was an asshole in that film, so he was Constantine-ish.
He was ish,
Ish.
but
He wasn't true Constantine.
And he wasn't. He didn't have the British accent to go with it.
the guy they have playing him in all the TV shows is perfect.
Thank
What was
you.
that? Matt
That's-
Ryan?
yeah.
His name is. Yeah, he's.
so I will
spot on.
let you take back that one and move forward with the next thing.
Good movie.
You got another one?
Terrible lead
Well,
Say, like,
for the role.
terrible acting choice. A terrible lead choice.
Yes.
you gotta say Batman Forever and
We did that one last time, Ronnie.
Batman and Robin?
Yes.
You
Well-
did that one too?
Yep.
Yeah, we're taking all those Batmans out of this one.
You got another one?
Oh yeah,
What's up?
Howard the Duck.
Ah,
Stop stealing
Man.
all of mine. Damn.
That is 80s camp at its finest.
But it also did not make the top 16 for us last time either.
Didn't he
It
make
didn't
it
even
into
get
a
brought
Marvel
up
movie?
last time.
What's it?
I know, an ending credit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also getting an animated series for Hulu written by Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Pretty good.
All right, and then I guess I got mine coming up next. Let me check chat really fast.
Do we have a chat?
Has Chad even said anything aside from Carlos?
It's just Carlos.
Wow.
Did that work?
I don't know what the fuck he screamed, but he screamed unsubscribe. So I don't know
What?
the fuck. I didn't know he was subscribed in the first place. I'm like, I'm in. Let's go, buddy. I'll take the subscription. Mine, I had. I wanted to bring something more new, but like more '90s and a little bit more than like the old Superman. I like action films. We all love superhero films, but it's weird to see movies like camp out by the third one, and this one did it, which was Blade Trinity. Blade 1
That was on my list.
fantastic.
Triple H is
Blade,
a vampire.
Yeah, holding a poodle.
Blade 2, Pomeranian.
Well,
Blade 2 was good. I enjoyed that. It had one of my favorite scenes in it with Ron Perlman, where he starts smacking the shit out of him with a stake. It was. I go back and watch just that scene. It's like, oh, why are you looking at her? Come on, man, you Persian? And smacks the shit out of him, and it's fantastic. But like 3, like there's no redeeming quality to get past that.
He was gangster as fucking that.
No,
So
he
many
really
Like-
good actors in that movie,
just-
though.
It's like when you have to grab Ryan Reynolds.
Well, wait, that's a very early Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and then you have to grab like
Well, Dominic
Jessica
Purcell
Biel.
is
Her fangs were in her mouth.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Then Triple H, and I'm like, was this before or after The Chaperone? I can't remember.
before
Well
I think, bro.
before.
Four.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 years before.
All right, Blade Trinity. I'm putting it up there for consideration.
Of course.
But Jessica Biel.
Nah.
She's got a nice
Yay.
butt. She's got a nice butt.
I really like most of what Jessica Biel's done with her career.
Oh
so.
yeah. But I'm saying I'm not okay. I'm not saying
No,
yay to
I'm-
Jessica Biel. I'm saying yay to Jessica Biel attempting to be a redeeming quality for that film.
If you're gonna find one thing, that's probably only it, and that's her
Her
ass.
ass? No.
Ryan Reynolds is a gem in that movie.
Ryan Reynolds is a gem in most movies.
He is.
Most.
Green
Most.
No, he
I
is a
said most.
gem in fucking Green
Green
Lantern.
Lantern.
He's the only redeeming fact about that.
Don't give
He
me a
is a
CGI
great
suit.
He is a great Hal Jordan. It was just
Alright.
a terrible script.
A lot of the stuff I was thinking of, we've gotten said. But one movie another book adaptation, loosely book adaptation. I really liked the first one. Second one was just boring and terrible. Was Goosebumps 2.
Did you just watch that, honey?
I fell asleep to it.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
No, she falls asleep to movies. That's
It
common.
was good for the first 5 minutes.
The first Goosebumps movie, I find kind of a gem, but the
Jack
second
Black.
one just
Yeah, first one was
lost
like
everything.
They were trying to
entertaining.
Sounds
It
like
was
it
a good
was-
entertaining movie.
Sounds like it was four.
I still haven't seen the second one.
But the second one just
What?
bad.
All right, I really
Is
can't
it?
trust this site that
Oh,
I'm looking
check it.
at. They believe
That's Thomas
that
Jane.
Yeah, but they believe that one was worse than Warzone.
Oh,
Bullshit.
get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, oh, bum down here.
Thomas Jane's Punisher could possibly be the best Marvel movie.
I did
know
put I
what?
did put that in my top two. My
know what?
my first one was Winter Soldier. Then I said Thomas.
gotta give you that
But we did a list of this. Our top top five. I went Winter Soldier, Thomas Jane Punisher.
I can take that.
Well, some of those pre-MCU movies
Had
were
balls.
pretty good. Like Blade.
Yeah.
They had
Pre-MCU
balls.
It was awesome. So,
Anyway.
Timeout.
What?
Wait, that means they think that
They think all 3 of the Blade movies are shit? Or
they think that they either think Spider-Man 3 is the best one out of the shittiest.
All right, what
or
website is this?
hold on, or they think that Quest for Peace is like the best out of the shittiest. I can't tell what fucking order they just went in.
Whoa.
I really can't tell. Like, it ends on sour notes the whole way through.
It's like they're throwing shit in the wall and see what
It's
sticks.
comicbook.com.
They failed.
Like, it's really hard to tell what the hell they're doing here.
Catwoman was number 2 though.
Yeah, so it's like, but I mean that's.
Although it says tie.
Name the villain.
they keep saying Watchmen.
But then you got up here at Last Stand as number 2 on the other side. So it's very possible that all of it is bad. So we don't know yet. All right, Jax, what you got for me?
All right, let me get a redemption cycle in here. All right, you talked about novels and stuff, and one of my favorite novels because I fucking love Diesel. I love all the punk genres, period, because punk genres are the shit. You can go Diesel, you can go Atom, you can go Steam. It's all good shit one way or another. Immortal Engines, the movie, hurt.
I had so much hope for that movie because of who was directing it.
Thank you. But the thing that got me the most was there was no plot.
No.
Like, there was literally no plot. It was just like, let me take my favorite scenes from this fucking novel series and then just jerk off all over them. That's all it was.
I don't know the lore.
It's deep as shit once you get into
I'm
it.
sure it is with the way the
Sounds like
the
how
movie
people
is,
felt
but-
about Aragon.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson just
Everyone just hated that movie. Loved the books, but hated the
Yeah.
movie.
how does Peter Jackson fuck up that bad?
Like that.
Yeah,
Easily.
that's
Give
what's
him
surprising.
$3 billion of a budget and then just let him go to town on enough coke and see what happens.
I mean, you
all
get
it
The
was.
Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucking love The Hobbit. At least the novel, not the movies. Movie can go suck a dick. But the novel I fucking love. No! Oh,
I mean, really, The Hobbit could probably be put on this, but I don't have that much. I don't want to
No.
just dedicate that
That's
much
too much.
time to
I
one
don't
movie.
have
understand.
a life for that. That's that
I'd rather work a double shift and watch that.
yeah. I'd rather fucking work.
Hey, I was on that
shift.
site earlier. It's where I got most of some of my movies from.
Oh, I didn't go to a site for any of mine.
Oh no, I'm not either. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything.
I
That's
just
my whole
did.
thing.
Yeah.
I didn't do any proper research. I'll be real.
I'm literally
All right,
just going
so-
off my child list.
We're gonna jump into mine. Well, I know Wing Commander's on almost every list,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go with what the fuck did they do to Extremis and the Mandarin? Iron Man 3 has to be on this
Oh,
list.
yes. 100% yes.
The 10 rings, come on.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't even make the top 16 in the last one did it just sucked.
We didn't. Yeah, well, no.
I know we brought him up. It was like one of the first 3 things we brought up.
Yeah, but now we have some of the heavy hitters out.
It still broke my heart. Like, it made me so, like, I remember going to see it, and when that reveal happened,
The Mandarin
people
is,
are laughing, and people are like, "Oh my god!" I'm sitting there like, it was us two. It was me, you, Chuck, and Jim, and they're laughing. We and Jim just look at, or me and Jay just look at each other like,
This is bullshit.
the
no
Mandarin
words are
is-
said. Like you can tell by the look on our
yeah.
faces, like this is ridiculous.
I saw that.
the Mandarin is probably Iron Man's best villain,
Yeah, absolutely.
and they do
He's
him
not-
like that.
He's the most iconic. He's the
Yes.
Joker to
He-
Batman.
thank you. I was just about to say that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And they do
completely
that to
Jared
him.
Leto'd him.
They,
I like that. I like that.
they had to retcon and make a Marvel short, one of their first ones ever,
To fix it, yeah.
to fix it.
And now they said he's going to be in,
Maybe.
maybe.
It's not
It's-
confirmed.
Because I know it's going to be like 10 rings, like influence.
What you got?
They're talking about it.
What you got, Chris? Because we knew Iron Man 3 was just going to be on here.
Yeah.
Because I see I had to remind myself of the one I was talking about earlier.
Looking at this, trying to remember what I saw. Trying to remember what I hated.
If you're tapped, pass.
Alone in the Dark.
I got nothing.
I just don't know that game.
It's a good game.
It's a pretty decent game, but the movie was done so terribly.
Wait, is that the one with Josh Hartnett?
I think so.
Yeah, that was.
It was like super horrible. Like it rated up there just as bad as House of the Dead bad like adaptation.
That was Christian Slater.
Christian Slater. Christian Slater, he's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Holy crap! It had Christian Slater, Steven Dorff, and Tara Reid.
Oh yeah, it had star power of some kind, and still
That's like
horribly, horribly
1997 Star Power.
It was more like, how the hell do people have careers?
Yeah.
Power.
Fact.
failed. No, Tara Reid didn't have lost her career until Sharknado came out.
What are you talking about? That basically rebuilt her career.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said until it came out.
What you got?
I'm gonna take a pass.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really?
I got to brainstorm here for a
All
little bit.
right. My next one is one that I've been talking about doing, and I had to like get the jolt in the back of my head. Cold's fucking killing me. It's one that has been pissing me off for years. It didn't make our last top 16 because it was kicked out by one that actually beat it out, which was one that came out later, which is Street Fighter 2. With the most American played by a French guy. The man with the tattoos of the American flags on both fucking arms, fucking blonde hair to the fucking sky, flash kicking his Sonic booming bitches left and right.
Are we talking about
And it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right, so why?
Because it's JCVD.
Yeah. I didn't get that.
And the guy who played Bison before he died
Raul
did
Julia.
that role.
Raul fucking
Yeah.
Julia.
He did that role for his kids because
Yeah.
they loved the Street Fighter series.
It was Tuesday.
And he was the best part of that movie.
Exactly,
Yes.
he was, yeah.
He truly was. That really crappy Hadoken that I saw.
On
And,
my list.
yeah. So I have to do Street Fighter 2 on this one.
That was on my list.
Jay, what you got?
I'm running low.
Really?
We're at number 39 right
Yeah,
now.
we have 39 movies now.
Okay.
I'm
Let's get to a bracket of 64. Let's do this.
Thank you.
64.
Gotta get at least 32.
They haven't seen it though.
What movie?
I have.
But,
Assassin's Creed.
it's on the list. That's not what I'm going next, but
I got you.
Yeah. See, I thought I would say some of the Resident Evils, but
We can't figure out which one's the worst, but I think Apocalypse might win that one.
Possibly, but
No,
they were
Last
all.
Jedi.
no, I'd say everything after Apocalypse was even worse.
Yeah.
So
That brain
I mean,
farted
yeah,
me
like
so
after,
hard.
you know what? Afterlife was the 3D one, right?
Yes.
That's the worst one.
I mean, you can go to a galaxy far, far away.
How much beer do I have left?
The 3D one, that's the
If
worst one.
when we do that, I have to call Hannon to either attack or defend that movie.
Can I go against Hannah?
Yes.
Hold on.
For wait,
If we're
hold on.
gonna put, okay, this is a question to the room. If you're saying Last Jedi,
Which I'm not, but
okay, I'm about to say, are we gonna talk about Solo at all?
go for it.
Is somebody gonna talk about Solo?
You can.
I enjoyed Solo far more than I should have.
Same.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It was one of those
All right.
dirty.
What was that
things.
one before
We're
it?
putting Star Wars on here. I'm not gonna put a plethora
No.
of Star Wars films because I can do the entire prequel and we can roll from there. So, in a group here, we have to agree unanimously which Star Wars film are we going to put onto this list.
Yours
What was
actually
that,
was the
what
one
was
I was
that
thinking
shitty ass
of.
one we saw?
Jedi.
Which
Yeah.
one are we talking
It was
about?
The one before Solo.
Oh,
The Last Jedi.
we never saw Solo.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. I liked Solo.
Last Jedi.
I'll say The Last Jedi. Because everyone knows I love Star Wars, but that was the one where I was like,
Yeah.
it's the first one I walked out where I was like, huh?
Yes, there's a bunch of men in here screaming at The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
It's so bad I don't remember that
I mean,
one at
I
all.
know a few people.
Is that the
will
one
say
where
Rogue
we actually
One
got to
is the
see
worst.
Vader tear through the
Whoa,
motherfucking ship?
whoa.
Hey,
All right.
Whoa.
spoiler warning, I really hope they stop that Vader guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Right, that's their issue. Is like me.
Why
I
did
like
they all
Rogue
have
One,
to die?
But everyone knows what happened in between, and they just kind of like
Forgot?
You kind of know how this movie's gonna end, So
Oh, so that was what I was thinking.
I
where
mean,
Vader just went
but-
tore shit through everything.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what you're
Rogue One wasn't bad.
But-
To me,
No,
Rogue
yeah,
One-
that's it.
All right,
Rogue One
It
was
felt
garbage.
different. It felt.
Rogue One was.
Rogue One has the best robot.
Thank you.
K2S4.
Yeah.
Alan fucking Tudyk.
Yeah,
No,
come on.
yeah.
Like, yeah. All right. So.
You have some stuff.
All right.
Give me some old stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna go anime in this situation. That okay?
No, by no
Well,
means.
fuck it. All right.
Let's go.
Okay, so
Well, the movie has to be in English.
it's in English.
All right.
It shouldn't have been in English, but
Son of a bitch.
I have an issue with this movie because it was so bad that I keep watching it because I need something to just destroy my brain. The Sonic the Hedgehog OVA.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog had a movie. Jaleel White did not voice the character, and the English lines were so bad that they were like legendary. Like it's essentially the fight between Sonic versus Metal Sonic. That's all it is, and it's just slapstick all the way.
Really?
It really is.
No shit.
Yeah. Look. I'll bring in the VHS if I gotta.
Oh fuck! No, I'm down. Shit.
Like it's so bad that you kind of got to keep rewatching it. That's how bad it is.
You're like, okay, is this as bad as I think it is? I gotta
Yeah.
watch it again, like kind of
Right.
thing. Okay.
Like, I can defend that movie. I can damn that movie. And the music doesn't even fit into a Sonic game, let alone a Sonic series. Period. That's how awkward that song is.
Let's be honest. The Sonic music is probably one of the best redeeming
No,
qualities.
the Sonic
of
music
Sonic
is
games.
the best redeeming quality. After 2, that's all that's left.
Who doesn't know the Green Hill Zone song by heart?
Exactly.
All right, Kyle, what you got?
So you already killed one of the best X-Men storylines. I'm just gonna go kill the other one and go Age of Apocalypse.
There we go.
I'm sorry, Oscar Isaacs. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you too, Sophie Turner.
I mean, if there's
Please-
for me, if
please
there's
let
one
me
redeeming
back.
quality, it's Fassbender.
Fassbender's great.
I love Michael Fassbender as Magneto.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's phenomenal. How the hell that man keeps escaping and is it like taken hostage or anything?
Or just not aging.
Yeah.
How his career survives these movies.
Constantly, I'm drawing a blank at this moment, so I'm gonna have to pass.
Cheto, you had an epiphany over there a couple minutes ago.
Like immediately after I said pass, like 3 seconds in, it just popped in my mind.
I saw it on your face. Go ahead.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Took
Okay.
mine, you prick.
I almost jumped this room because I'm like, if you say anything between 1 and 2.
Oh no.
I'll be honest though, Turtles in Time kicked ass for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I'll give you that.
That's the rare
And-
occurrence where the game is phenomenal.
And here's the thing, like I remember going to see it, and of course, as like I was probably about maybe 7 years old when that came out. I thought, of course, it was the greatest thing of all time. Like I'm watching it. I remember I had it on VHS. I watched it every day. Then I watched it, I think I was about 16, 17, and I'm like, the fuck was I thinking? I'm like, this is
The new ones
bullshit.
are so much worse.
Oh yeah,
They
but that
are.
one stuck with me because it was one that I grew up with that I loved, and then watched it again. I'm like, there was like nothing, like Jay said earlier, like these movies, or even
Oh,
you
yeah,
said
no.
like there's movies you watched when you were a kid, and they may be bad now, but there's like okay, like you feel a
It's
sense of
redeeming-
nostalgia.
Yeah, it's redeeming quality.
This one is like this is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it just sucks, like in and out.
So by proxy, should we add the newer 2 ones?
We're
Anything beyond 3 out.
we could. I don't think we should have more than one from that.
Okay. I'll give you that.
I'm fine with that being the one. I just wanted to acknowledge that, with the exception of Stephen Amell as Casey Jones, the new ones are garbage.
Yeah.
I thought Sheamus did all right.
Seamus was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
Sheamus was good.
yeah.
Yo, real talk. The only thing that would have saved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 was if they put Yojimbo in it. Just saying.
Yes,
That's the only thing that would save
I can see. Yeah, 100%.
Yujimbo Usagi?
Yep. If they put him in that movie and actually revolved the plot around him,
It could have worked.
would have saved the shit out of that movie.
But I don't think anyone want a mutant rabbit.
I did. Everybody else.
Bailey's the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Wait, what?
Are you serious?
That was quick.
Who?
She
Sorry,
just
I
beat
couldn't hear.
Charlotte.
That was
Bailey.
quick.
Oh, okay.
This is what they're gonna do now. Just give Charlotte all the reins.
Well, they want Charlotte to beat Rick's record before Cena does.
Oh,
Of course.
and then they're
Wow.
gonna have a unification match: Charlotte versus Cena.
Probably. Who shovels bigger?
See, I'll go ahead and I was trying to see if I was missing something here, and like literally my next one would be Assassin's Creed. Like that would
Yep.
have to be my next one. Like
I still haven't seen that.
I hear my thing with it was
We saw that together.
yes,
didn't
we did. We saw that together. It had an interesting premise, like the idea of what they were going for. Michael Fassbender again, fucking gem. But it was just like we had so many questions coming out of that film that we never got answered.
Okay. My issue with that movie. They had.
Oh, no, I just thought one. God,
It's like they took away.
See, that's what happens.
It's like they took away the
Yeah, but that
third
took me
part of
longer.
the movie and
Yeah,
then
it's
just
true.
slapped the ending right there, and then just hope that you figured it out. I fucking hated that movie.
In order to figure out the ending, play the game.
No, even then, it's just like
The
they
game
took away
hasn't
all
shown
the
the
key-
ending.
they
No
took away
shit.
all the crucial points of the fucking.
There was
movie
no Apple
and
of
the game.
Eden. There was no Animus.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? You literally ripped everything good about this movie out of this movie before you even gave us this movie.
Yep.
The shit.
Alright, took some scrolling through some lists. I didn't see the movie, but clicked in my head. One movie that I hated, despite me loving the director, for other reasons. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Okay.
That was trash.
I can give you that.
So that goes back to not really having source material. Back to the whole.
There's like
Yeah.
9 other movies before that.
Yes, but they all come from the same universe. Like you think
But-
about it for a minute.
We don't. Almost everything we have has video games, books, comics, that kind of back lore.
Alright.
I mean, all the Star Wars books have been decanonized and recanonized and decanonized, and then some of the characters are now canon.
We just
But-
need a canon.
There's no
Canon.
real canon for that.
I guess.
It was just
So-
a bad movie, and that's pretty much what we could do just a bad movie, and then it would just be forever. But we
Listen-
wanted like the
Yeah.
backstories and like.
You can't go relate to the source material in your argument. That's kind of
I'll go
what we're.
source material, the first movie.
Well, they're not
But-
based on.
It's not based off of it.
It is, but it's like not based off like. There's no way like Mike comes out and goes, yes, but my backstory was this. Like, but no, that's not what happened.
Jean Grey doesn't go back in time to tell Bobby Drake that he's gay.
No, because Emma Frost did that.
No, Jean did it too
Oh yeah,
in the
everyone did.
comics.
Emma Frost is the one that told him he was gay. Jean Grey would have told the younger one, no, you're totally gay.
Yeah. No, Emma did it to old Bobby Drake. Jean Grey went back and told 10-year-old Bobby.
Yeah, so pretty much all Emma did, all Jean Grey did was like, I'm gonna get you out of the closet faster.
Yeah. To save you from Emma Frost.
Or from the original comics that you came from.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
See, that's the source material we need.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not even in the
I'm tied between two, but I'm
Yeah.
just gonna get Kick-Ass 2 out of my head right now. I
liked it.
I have a reason. It felt rushed. It felt so rushed, and there was so much shit that was going on with that movie that we're not gonna get a third. It was so bad. It was so.
Well, we're not going to get a third because Netflix owns it.
Oh wait, it does now?
Yeah.
What movie
Oh
is this?
shit.
Netflix bought that
Yes.
entire
Oh well, shit.
Oh.
We might actually.
What is
be
the
it?
there.
entire universe. I don't
But-
remember who made it, but Netflix owns it.
I didn't
What
know
was
that.
it?
The more you
Kick-Ass
know.
2.
Oh.
But no, my whole thing was Kick-Ass 2 felt really, really rushed. And that being said, after reading like the Kick-Ass series over and over again, and hell, even the Hit Girl series, it still felt rushed in comparison to how fast the fucking comics go. And even then, before I even knew about the fucking comics, it felt rushed. Like, just stuff was happening to happen. That's how fucking weird it was to me. Saying.
I'm just saying. Everyone is in deep thought right now. So over here is like.
Well, we're hitting crunch time right now.
Kyle?
I'm going to have to go, and we're going back to Hanna-Barbera.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
the Flintstones movies are so bad.
Oh, come on.
Okay, no,
Dude.
wait.
Cartoons
I'll give you Viva Rock Vegas.
That one was
but
trash.
leave the first one.
They're both.
John Goodman is awesome.
I am
He
subscribed.
is,
Fuck
but
that.
they're terrible movies.
They're terrible.
The only thing I don't agree with the first one is Rosie O'Donnell as Betty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
I don't agree with
I
that
mean,
at all.
Viva
That
Rock
one has a lot
Vegas
of
is the
things.
worst
Yes.
of them.
No, that's terrible.
But
It's one of those like it's so bad, it's good like kind of ones.
Yeah,
Like it's
Right.
and that's one you watch for nostalgic reasons to
No,
be
I'm just
like
waiting.
this is so stupid. It's hilarious in a way.
It's another instance of us looking at like a number one, and then they replaced everybody in number two. And
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, Chris.
I'm surprised they haven't made a Jetsons one yet, just to
I'm-
piss people off.
I've been praying that they never do.
Yeah.
Like, that's the sign of the apocalypse to me. Don't put in anybody's
At this
head to make a
point,
difference.
Come on, give me the Jetsons.
We're like,
Anyways,
Kyle's like, we should get 64. We can go ahead and have a tournament, 64 bracket tournament.
where we at?
46.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really fucking close.
Prince of Persia. I
Oh.
heard nothing
There
good
you
about
go.
that.
It is a piece of shit.
It is.
Nothing good about that motherfucker. Like, he didn't have any of his cool sand time powers. No real parkour bullshit. Nothing.
Good old Jake Gyllenhaal.
Might as well have been Aladdin.
It's essentially that's almost what it was.
Go ahead, Joe.
yeah, it was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
Motherfucker, I know what I handed you.
I didn't see it.
That's because you don't listen.
I don't.
IT to me, motherfucker. Let's go.
Hey,
You got 3 lined up right here. We'll fix your computer, your network, everything.
that's my job.
That's his job.
Bullshit.
That's my job.
That's all of our jobs.
I'm just here.
Yes.
Except that guy.
I'm Shadow.
That's Shadow.
All right. Do we have anything else that we can think of?
Shadow?
No,
We
not
did
right
not
now.
put Punisher Warzone on here.
And
figured
we
that
mentioned it.
Talking about.
I figured as many times as we mentioned
I was
that
about to
was
say,
a
yeah.
No, we
given.
just never made it.
Huh.
I mean, there's
That was
movies
my
I've
turn.
thought of. I just don't think they'll make the cut.
Yeah, that's kind of been.
That's kind of where I'm stuck myself. Is
I
like,
have one.
I'm getting there, you know.
Like the Tomb Raiders.
Ooh.
which
I heard the 2018 was like the worst of them all.
I thought that. No, I heard a lot of
Cradle
that,
of Cradle of Life.
but Cradle of Life was.
Cradle of shit.
That's the thing.
It
I
was
don't
an
think.
okay movie.
I don't think it'll make the list though. That's why I'm not just.
That's right,
I've got plenty
Yeah.
of movies to say. I just don't think they're bad enough.
Yes, but what
I
we,
get
do,
that.
what we do with all this is that we make it. We have enough of a bracket to make another tournament when we're done. Which technically, with a 16-person tournament, we already have enough to do it twice.
So then we take a champion versus champion match.
Yes, but if we can do it 4 champions, then we can have all 4 of them go off on a head versus head versus head.
It's a fatal 4-way.
Yeah,
Exactly, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
I mean, I've got a few more, but
Well, lay him out.
What do you think?
I mean, G.I. Joe movies are garbage.
Yeah.
Especially
this-
the one with The Rock.
Okay,
I
so
never
the
watched
second one.
Battalion.
So the second
That
one was the
that
worst.
One was yeah, by far the worst.
I
I
agree
never
with that.
watched Battalion.
The original Power Rangers,
Wait,
the
Oh.
one from the 90s, yes, is garbage.
Ivan Ooze?
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Fuck you.
That movie was
whoa,
garbage.
whoa, whoa,
What the
whoa! I have
Oh.
my beer and my nostalgia goggles on for this one.
I'd much rather watch the new one. And that one was
Oh,
garbage.
wow. New one got shit reviews, but it was decent still.
Shit.
Like, it focused. The new one just sucked mostly because it focused on the teenage drama instead of the actual
new
Power
one had
Rangers.
a great advertisement for Krispy Kreme.
It
It
truly
did.
did. But the other one had skydiving, and that was so much cooler.
Thank
To
you.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Like,
The only good Red Hot Chili Peppers song, and it wasn't even theirs.
He's trying to put Power Rangers on this shit, like the
The
Ivan Ooze,
original.
the Ivan Ooze.
Who is this
Hi.
motherfucker?
Kyle knows how to turn a room against him real easily.
It's fun.
Right?
What else you got?
Alright, I got one. Okay, I'm actually having trouble remembering which Hulk I'm thinking of here. Eric
Bana.
Thank you. That's the one.
I'm glad we all knew that one.
Yeah, that was
exactly.
Didn't even have to think twice. Just
It's not gonna make the bracket, but
No.
Yeah, see,
what's
that
that
one was in my head too. I'm like, but it's not
No, no.
bad enough.
I don't. It's.
All right.
I mean, its biggest downfall is it's not Amadeus' show.
All right. So we have 49 movies here.
Okay.
make it 50.
What do you have?
Aragon. We talked about it. We just didn't put it on.
I didn't. I never read the book, so I never minded it.
I did. It was terrible. Fuck that movie.
I have
It was
one that's
great
right on the
books.
tip of my
I mean, we
tongue.
could do.
What was up?
I have one that's like right on the tip of my
we could
tongue.
do,
Like I was just thinking about it
Jason
come down to.
Statham, the Dungeon Siege.
That was actually on like the top worst
of a
ones.
bitch.
I never. Wait, you just son of a bitch.
No, because I know I had one in my mind where I was like, oh, I got it.
What is it?
I don't know if it'll make it, but it's one that definitely the weakest of the series and one of the weakest in MCU, I think. Avengers Age of Ultron.
That was
No.
a bad one.
That was bad, but I don't think it'll outbeat.
I mean,
Ring.
you have-
Same. Yeah.
so
That's
there's
why I was
Dungeon
like,
Siege
just,
where you have Jason Statham and his king is Burt Reynolds.
Yep. I know that movie.
wait, what? Wait, what?
It's
What
such
is this?
a bad movie.
Didn't Bleach get a live action?
What is it?
It did.
That was actually good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. That's all I was asking.
Dungeon Siege.
Dungeon
A
Siege.
King's Tale.
Oh, I've heard it. I've never seen it though.
Yeah. Yeah, you have Jason Statham, who's this badass fighter, and his king is Burt Reynolds.
All right.
Okay.
So I mean, we could throw that in because I think it's supposed to be loosely D&D based. Yes.
Speaking of D&D, all right. So we put Dungeons and Dragons on here, right? Which version?
Well, no,
The Marlon Wayans one was
Yeah.
the.
Wayne's one, I think.
Okay, that's the one I was trying to figure out.
That was on last tournament.
Okay, I had to double check that.
they made it to the top 16.
I wonder why. Let's see. That's me.
I don't. That you? You're ringing.
Oh man. No, it's just announcements and shit. Oh, I am ringing. What the hell? I'm afraid to answer that. I'll just text them. Why are you texting me, weirdo? All right. So I'm kind of dead.
We made it to 50.
We made it to 50.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I just don't think anything else is really. If we're scraping the barrel this much, we're not gonna get
Yeah.
anything
Yeah,
that's
that's
gonna
true.
make a bracket.
It's only a matter of time till we get like a Fortnite movie.
Oh God, please no.
I
We got
mean,
enough Minecraft movies. That
Surprised they
was
haven't come there
Yeah.
like yet, because normally like something gets hot and some studio's gonna be like, oh, that's gonna be the new thing. Let's get on it.
All
Well,
right.
we gotta wait for that Gears of War movie.
I'm
That's,
Oh, yeah, that's-
that's gonna be in this next list.
I'm surprised we haven't got a Just Cause movie.
Just Cause.
Those games are like
Far Cry.
ideal
Uncharted.
for games.
I was actually expecting.
Tom
Uncharted.
Holland is playing Nathan Drake.
Is that official?
Yeah.
Seriously? That's actually
I'm
sounds kind
almost-
of cool.
I'm pretty sure it's Tom Holland.
Oh no, yeah, it is.
That's in the works.
I thought they're still working on a Gears movie.
No, Dave Bautista wants to make a Gears movie. No one wants to make a Gears movie with Dave Bautista.
See, okay, so I keep hearing that Netflix is doing a Cowboy Bebop movie,
Yeah.
or is
That-
it a series?
They're doing a live action series, I thought.
Oh, it was serious.
I thought it was a series.
I thought it was just a movie.
They're doing a live action Cowboy
John
Bebop
Cho.
something.
It's John Cho's Spike.
Oh, I was really hoping for Keanu for that one.
A lot of people were,
Yeah.
but instead they got.
I mean, fair, but
Although I heard they changed Ein to be like a husky or something.
Corgi. They actually confirmed it. He's a Corgi.
Oh, it is going to be a corgi.
Yeah.
I heard they changed the dog, but if it's corgi, then it's
They-
accurate.
I want to say it's like 2 days ago they came out with like this whole trailer of a dog cam, and then it's just like fucking Ein sitting at a table.
Oh wait, nobody said ghost in the show, did they?
I don't think anyone saw Ghost in the show.
I did. Oh,
I didn't.
I begrudgingly.
That's a
watched
better
it.
50 than Dungeon Siege.
Dungeon Siege actually is.
it's pretty terrible.
It's number
I've
one.
seen it,
It's number one in the worst video game movies of all time.
which is fine, but does anyone here know the back lore?
A little bit. I didn't
It doesn't matter if the 50 knows it or not. I'm still gonna put it on there for argument's sake.
Oh, that's fine. I just don't think it's
that-
gonna make it.
Then I'm gonna keep this whole list and we're gonna keep going with this.
That's fine.
All right. So the top 16 so far.
I mean, these are the first 16 listed, not the top 16.
Absolutely, yes. I took the top 16 that are on there, and the way we do this is we just replace them out as we go. So,
I mean, Garfield can go right away.
yes, to Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance.
I mean, I don't even think Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, out of some of the stuff that has been there, I don't think Ghost Rider's gonna even make the top 16.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
a trash
agree.
movie.
It's a trash
It
movie,
is.
yeah, but it's compared to
But-
other ones that are on there.
Yeah, compared to some of the stuff on there. it's
Yeah,
not
no
as
dice.
bad.
Yeah, that's the point of this. We're
Yeah.
gonna go down line by line and figure out which one is gonna be like, do we think this is worse? Should we get rid of this one? Should we? Get rid
Oh
of
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
That's the whole game plan here, people. You guys get to hear this whole thing like side by side with us, and then I'll go ahead and share the bracket on Twitch and on Facebook for everybody to see. All right, so the next one is Jonah Hex.
I say that should stay. Just saying.
I don't know I haven't seen the movie or know the source material, so I can't.
Like, there's only one good line in that movie that I like, and that's it.
That was with Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin,
Josh-
Megan
yeah.
Fox, yeah.
To me, it's in the same realm as Ghost Rider. Yes, it's bad. I don't think it's top 16 bad.
I
It's.
don't think it's gonna be worse than anything we currently have up there.
Yeah, no,
I
I
think so,
agree
yeah.
completely.
All right, so
It's bad, but
all right. Let me get this out of the way. Our current 16 sit as such: King of Fighters, Ghost Rider, Steel, FMA, Mortal Kombat, Aeon Flux, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Suicide Squad, Dark Phoenix, Green Hornet, The Shadow, Thor Ragnarok, Female Ghostbusters, House of the Dead, Doom, and DOA. I, honest to God, think we can just take that top 16 and
Just make a tournament just out of
just
that.
make a tournament based on that alone.
I can rock that.
I can be good with that, yeah.
Unless you think there's something in our other list, which I'll start talking about as I go down, and you think it can be shuffled out. That you think that everyone unanimously agrees is worse than anything I just said.
I personally say Postal, but
Oh, well, I'm gonna get there, son. Let me get there.
Justice League is in there.
is it?
It's not in the 16,
No.
but Justice League is in the 50.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best here because once again, there's a lot of these films people put up there that we've never seen, so it's gonna be a little complicated for us.
yeah.
So we got past Joe Next. We got Amazing Spider-Man 2. Do we think it makes top 16 of everything we said?
I don't think so,
No.
no.
3 yes, 2 no.
No, the
There was no
Amazing Spider.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Amazing
no,
Spider-Man.
yeah, in that case.
And regular Spider-Man 3 was in the last round.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Hitman 2.
Don't
It
know
was bad. It was bad, but
It's bad. I don't think it's 16 top 16
I've never
bad.
seen it, so I got nothing.
Superman 4: Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
Let me.
Where do you think it would? Who do you think it would beat out?
I don't know.
Say Green Hornet.
I would honestly say either Green Hornet or female Ghostbusters.
I'd
I'd
say Green Hornet.
I would say probably female Ghostbusters.
I'd still say Green
It's-
Hornet.
I'd put DOA up on there too.
All right, so I guess we have to look at that for a second. So, I mean, what about Aeon Flux for that matter too?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I don't. It'd be another one I'd say that it could compete against.
As it goes quiet on the cast because we're all thinking about
Yeah.
it now.
Can you make the top 16 one bigger so I can read it?
Yeah, KMC Squad did.
Shut the fuck up.
Can we put it on the TV?
Yeah,
No,
but
not without fucking up a lot of things, right?
Okay.
Because now I can't read anything. Because you're in the way.
That's fine.
I mean, if it's gonna fuck things up, you're fine.
Yeah, let's not fuck things
I
up,
don't think
bro.
it'll fuck up the recording, Mark.
Baby bladder kicking in.
No.
I'd expect this brandy to
Yeah.
kick in by now.
All right.
That's better.
I mean, it was a rat.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have been with me when that movie was over.
Yeah.
You gonna go smoke?
This is quite the
Let's get through this part.
quite the ranting.
All right. We didn't screw up anything. We're good to go.
All right.
Superman 4. Where do you think it should go?
Superman 4.
I mean, in all honesty, it could take out Aeon Flux, Green Hornet, the Shadow, Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna say the Green Hornet.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Green Hornet. Sounds like that's a unanimous one.
Yep.
All right. Death Note. Which
Death
is
Note.
got-
Shadow.
Shadow. Yep.
It'll take out the Shadow.
In a heartbeat.
There was like 3 things that Death Note could have done that would have fixed it.
World War
all.
Z.
Everything on this list.
No.
I'm not that offended by
I
World War
was
Z.
offended by it.
World War Z was.
I never.
It shouldn't have even been a movie.
I never
agree-
cared
that I
for
agree
it.
with complete. I like the book.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you took a satire and you made it a serious
Yep.
movie, but the problem with that is, like, you just threw together some random ass plot that didn't even really make sense in the first place.
I say either Avatar.
No.
No.
No, Avatar was bad.
No. Avatar was a defamation to not only Japanese culture, but to the Nickelodeon and the entire. All right, things I will not remove that are
Put
destroying.
an asterisk by those, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because those.
that way we can.
That way I know what's hard lock.
this hurts.
King of Fires is a lock. FMA is a lock.
Because I'm trying to figure out the rules
Suicide
on what can be
Squad's a
knocked
lock.
off and what can't be.
I would say that is.
Death Note might be locked.
Oh, that's definitely a lock.
That's a lock.
Yeah, I would say that's fair for what should be locked.
Okay, I can work with this.
So I can actually see what I'm looking at. I'm just even better. I just need. Where's my background?
Yeah, because the rules on how on what
That's
gets
highlight.
locked versus not is a little
There
iffy.
we go.
Alright. Let's see.
I mean, everyone should have their hate boner on a list.
Part of me says Dead or Alive should be locked, but I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, that's
me,
the way
I
I
don't-
feel about Mortal Kombat. It should be locked, but I don't want it to be locked.
Right.
Doesn't-
I could see Mortal Kombat making it. I don't know anything about DOA other than the fact that
It
most of the games that I know were big titty players
Yeah.
playing volleyball.
Yeah,
You
that's
mean the beach
the
volleyball
that's
series in
yeah,
general?
yeah,
That's
that's the
all I
Extreme
know.
Beach Volleyball
Yeah.
series.
That's all I know about whenever I hear DOA. I don't know the fighting game. I don't know the back lore.
So
So
it's almost the same with Mortal Kombat. It's basically you got pulled into this tournament and you have to fight for your life.
Yeah.
That's the plot.
Like,
That's
Dead or
it.
Alive has a pretty deep, heavy lore.
Alright,
That's
because we can't figure out what we're doing, World War Z, if we can't figure out, like, looking at this list, what we need to get rid of, World War Z, we'll stay off of it for
I mean,
right
I
now.
could say multiple things. That
not House of the Dead. Maybe Doom.
I was gonna
Maybe
say
Doom.
maybe Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux is a...
Maybe
Yeah.
Steel.
I would say if we're gonna replace anything with that, Steel.
Or Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
S-
Ghost Rider, yeah. I'd vote Ghost Rider.
That's what I'm doing, because you have such a good, strong feeling about that one.
I mean, I don't even see that.
If Steel
Being-
is your hate boner,
Steel has always been my hate
well,
boner.
see, there you go.
Just for, even for
I
the
wouldn't-
line, Slack's got something for your ass. Steel is my hate boner.
All right.
I wouldn't even say World War Z should stay
It's
locked.
probably gonna get
Yeah.
well. Oh yeah, I was gonna say lock it.
No, don't lock that.
Speed
no,
Racer.
stop.
Kyle, you picked
That's
it.
not a hate boner. I just know it should be. It could be on that list. It could replace others, but it doesn't hold a.
I feel like Speed Racer is probably an equal to like Aeon Flux.
Yeah, completely
They're, like,
gnarly.
they're on the line.
It's fine
you pick-
keeping Aeon Flux
That's
there.
fine. Alright. Blood Rain. Blood Rain was bad.
It's bad, but not,
It's not bad.
top 16 bad.
I know the
That's off the back,
I
not
know
top
the
16.
reviews of it, but I never watched it, so I can't.
I've seen it, but I don't know the lore to be offended by it.
Dark World, I'm sorry, I didn't hate Dark World
No.
that much,
Same.
so I'm not putting Dark World
We
up there.
Ragnarok's up there, and that's by far worse than Dark
Ragnarok
World.
It was way
than
worse.
Dark World, so-
Justice League.
Could easily kick off almost everything up there.
It really could.
Now, if we're gonna
I'd say Superman 4.
that
No.
if that would
Just to keep it
no,
in the same era.
I'm going to agree with him completely. If we're gonna have something with Superman up there, do we want multiple with Superman up there?
I can't handle more than one Superman.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
agree. I would agree
Alright,
completely.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Final Fantasy VII Spirits Within. It does
It's
as much
bad, but I don't think it's
as much
worse.
as it has a fandom, it doesn't have a backstory for me.
Spirits
to
Within doesn't have
Yeah.
anything.
Postal.
The hate's not real for that.
It
The
took
Postal?
a bunch of different Final Fantasy
Postal?
elements and just
Postal wouldn't win
Piece
against
it
anything
together.
up there.
No, Postal won't hold.
Transformers: The Last
Postal's
Night.
good.
I think it would definitely beat Ghostbusters.
I think it would beat a couple of them up there. I could see it taking out Aeon Flux. I could see it taking out Ghostbusters.
Which one do we want to get?
I could see it possibly taking out House of the Dead.
I would say Ghostbusters overall.
I don't want to watch Ghostbusters. I would watch Transformers
The Last
again.
Night. Where do you, which one do you think it'll be? The yellows are unmovable. Those are the hate boners.
All right. So which one would
Which one do you,
Ghostbusters
what do you think? Which one do you think that Transformers should replace?
if any.
should replace,
If
if
any.
any?
Is anybody in the chat saying that?
Oh,
What?
I don't know.
if you had
actually.
to play
I don't know,
volleyball
actually.
to the death, who would your partner be?
What?
That is Denny.
God damn it, Danny.
Murky!
God damn you. Do not put Murky.
And I don't think he stayed around because we were looking at other things. Which that doesn't bother me as much. But last night, honestly, if anything, I'll be more happy to get rid of DOA.
Yeah.
DOA's bad, and it'll be bad, but not everyone here played Dead or Alive. We all...
I can respect that.
Unless it's your hate boner.
No, I do love Ryu Hayabusa.
So do I.
We all love Ryu Hayabusa.
I would kill for a new updated Ninja Gaiden game.
Yep.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm out of
Wing Commander. I did put it on here. I don't...
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's beaten
nah.
any
It
of
won't
that.
be top 16. It was bad, but not top 16 bad.
Howard the Duck.
It's not top 16
Down.
bad.
That,
That's
Yeah.
80s camp. I'm going to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's
Watch a duck
I'd
have
actually
sex with a
rewatch
woman.
I just can't see
Makes
that
me
being
think of Duckman.
Duckman.
Blade Trinity.
that is a rough one.
It's bad, but it had
It's-
enough action to make you happy.
yeah.
If
And
you're
Ryan Reynolds made it okay.
if
And
you're
there's enough-
gonna if you're gonna put it up there, Doom would be the one that would go.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But I
Yeah.
think there's other things on this list. Like if I go to the next one right after that,
But I think Blade Trinity is one of those like you can still watch it and just laugh at its absurdity.
It has some replay value.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Coin toss.
yeah,
I watched Doom once.
Gerard
I watched
Butler.
Blade 20
Gerard
Trinity
Butler is
20
fucking
times.
amazing.
He did
Yeah.
And The Rock is the most charismatic.
charismatic bad guy ever.
All right, Goosebumps 2,
Nah.
That's not top 16.
Immortal
buddy.
Engines,
It wouldn't fight.
No.
Iron Man 3. Put it where you want it. Aeon Flux would. be
Yeah.
I
I mean-
mean, Steel
Well-
for Iron Man.
Steel for Iron Man 3 in my
I will
book.
sack Steel for Iron Man.
Can I interject right there? What? Do we have enough comic book movies?
But as the comic clowns, we don't have enough.
That's why I'm like,
I
willing to
would say no.
sacrifice I'm willing to sacrifice Steel.
So that was your hate boner.
Because again, Steel is one of those like we can watch and just kill like 2 cases of beer and just laugh at the absurdity of it.
laugh at
Have a
it,
good
it's
time.
that bad, but
Whereas Iron Man 3,
I
you
would-
watch and get pissed off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Iron
literally
Man
punch
3
through a moon.
like
Yeah.
makes me angry.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Like it's like Suicide Squad, where like Kayla had to like remind me that I had destroyed our tub of popcorn. Not I ate it, I crushed it when Jared Leto came on screen.
That was
Like, she was
terrible.
like,
And-
honey, and I looked at myself like, oh, what did I do? Oh, I took a large chunk and I crushed
And I
it.
love Jared Leto as an actor, and he would have been a great Joker.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I
Ugh.
We're not going to talk about that now.
oh yeah, that's a whole nother
Save it for later.
tangent.
Save it for later.
Street Fighter 2.
I can't
Doom?
put it up there.
Doom or
Dude,
Mortal
okay.
Kombat.
To be fair, I can't put it in top 16.
Yeah, I know.
If-
I can't see it up there.
Rob Julia did fucking too
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
If you're
agreed.
gonna take anything off, it would probably be Mortal Kombat.
Resident Evil Afterlife.
I don't think.
But actually, I prefer Raul Julia's acting ability over anybody
Which is
else
fine.
in Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil Afterlife.
No.
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 I think it was
Star
just
Wars: The Last Jedi. Doom.
Doom, absolutely.
Ghostbusters, basically the bottom three.
The Last Jedi didn't have The Rock, so
13 to 15.
what the hell they hitting at?
I didn't do it.
I don't know.
They like you.
I did do it.
Sonic OVA. That was a pretty cool
It's-
idea, but I don't know.
It would be in the 17s, but not the 16s.
X-Men: Age of Apocalypse. We already.
We
had
have
an
Dark
X-Men
Phoenix up there,
Which
so
would be
Yeah.
great because I'm gonna keep this list going, and then we can do this again when we're done, like a couple months down the road, and tack on more movies.
After we take a break, have enough beer to forget that we watched this again.
yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
I haven't
I'll
seen
see.
it.
I
so
haven't seen
can't-
it.
I don't think
Yeah, I
it
have
was
nothing to
cringeworthy
say.
enough
It's
to be
cringe-
top 16.
It's cringeworthy.
Not
Like,
top 16 cringeworthy.
it could,
Like,
but I don't think I would really.
I would watch
Female
Annihilation over.
Ghostbusters.
It's a coin flip. I think we all have more of an affinity to the 80s Ghostbusters than we do to the original Assassin's Creed games.
yeah.
Also, I have
Which-
done too many theory casts with the female Ghostbusters.
Which means
Alright.
Ghostbusters should stay.
Kick-Ass 2.
I
Nah.
liked it.
Yeah.
No.
I enjoyed that, actually.
It's not top 16.
Flintstones: Viva Rock
No.
Vegas.
No.
No.
Although I'm gonna interject on something really quick, just backtracking. What lore does Ghostbusters have more than Halloween?
What?
They have a
Ghostbusters has
comic
comics.
series, They have a
Yeah,
cartoon
Ghostbusters-
series.
But predating the.
I'm
Female
pretty
one.
sure it does predate the 80s. I don't think the.
We can look that up, but
I don't
Toxic,
think.
oh, Toxic Avenger. Hold
No,
on, Teddy.
No.
Trauma
Did he just
films
say-
are not on this list. Trauma films are made with the intention that they're bad.
Yeah.
like,
But
that
go
was
back to the
a line
Ghostbusters
list
thing.
that
Like the
I
female one, you're going off of because that came out in what 2016, 2017. You're going off the last two
no,
movies.
but no, I agree with what he's saying with his. Because the Halloween ones, you could give the same argument for. To be on there just like Ghostbusters. If
Those
we're
are
using.
devil's advocate.
No, I completely agree with you, but I know Ghostbusters has comics and everything. I just don't know if they predate the original.
Now comics started. The real Ghostbusters started in 1988.
And
So it
Ghostbusters
kinda
came out in
does predate them
'85.
then.
Yeah. And Extreme came out in 90 something, give or take.
Extreme Ghost, yeah, like 90,
90, 30.
like 89. It was like early 90s, I
Yeah.
think.
Because I had the golf chick, and that was the only reason I watched that show.
No, Extreme Ghost. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're probably right. Like
everything
90,
was based off
92,
the
93,
84
yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I just wanted to devil's advocate that.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
You got it? You got
I
all
just
that?
knew there was more,
Yeah, there's more.
and it does fall into what we use as source material.
Well,
But-
that's why we didn't talk about Ghostbusters 2 or anything. That's why we went the female one, which is
Yeah.
trying to base itself off of like the first and second one using Slimer and shit.
Well,
like that.
that's why Halloween Rob Zombies is trying to base itself off the original.
I thought.
No, he's completely and utterly
No,
right.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that the Halloween Rob Zombies were just a continuation.
No.
No.
they're
No.
remakes.
Remakes, yeah.
He's completely and utterly right.
Okay. My bad.
Moving on.
All right. Go back to the list.
We may knock it off with the next one with Prince of Persia.
I actually, I can rewatch the female Ghostbusters.
I've
I
never
don't want
watched it.
to.
I've never
I
watched
don't
it.
want to even think about the Prince of Persia movie.
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, it is quite racist.
Quite is an understatement.
Oh, are we gonna do a top 16 of just whitewashing?
Oh Jesus.
Oh man, we'll be here for like 4 hours. Jesus Christ.
Do you want to do a top 64? Let's just
Yeah.
make it a March Madness bracket.
Shit.
All right,
We'll do
Punisher
65
Warzone. It was bad, but I don't think.
I don't think so.
No, not-
I can't.
I
Yeah.
kinda had fun watching it. Not that it was great, but I had fun.
The violence worked for
The music
Punisher.
was
Never
bad.
seen it.
The music was awesome.
wasn't- that
That
soundtrack
Slipknot.
was great.
All right, Eric Bana Hulk.
Oh.
It is bad. I don't know
I mean,
why
it's
not
bad, but
now.
I can't
But
give it
want-
top
but
16
I want-
bad.
Well, I don't know if it's worse or better than Aeon Flux.
That's what
Because it went ahead and it did the #1 Marvel cliche. It started the Marvel cliche.
Oh, with the cloud monsters.
Cloud monsters.
Yeah.
I'd sack Aeon Flux for Hulk. I'm just saying.
For first Hulk.
I could sack Aeon Flux and Prince of
Here's
Persia
the-
for it.
Okay. We got 2 for Flux.
I can still watch Aeon Flux and say, "Goddamn, Charlize Theron," but I can't watch Hulk and say anything.
Eric Bana.
It's like, "Oh, goddamn,
I
Eric
can't watch Aeon
Bana."
Flux
Man,
sober. I can't
yeah.
watch Ultraviolet sober.
Yeah, no, Ultraviolet. I forgot about that one.
Dungeon
Too.
Siege? I mean, no one knows enough about it.
No.
You'd have to be a big D&D nerd to really argue it.
Yeah.
Bigger than-
I love
No idea.
D&D, but even I'm just like.
And Ghost in the Shell, which the only one I would sack for that would have been Aeon Flux.
Yeah, that's like on the level of the Anflux.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is that everything?
All right.
Oh, alright.
Lock them in.
What's, is there any last calls on the chat?
Except for Toxic Avenger, no.
Yeah.
No.
Drama films are pretty fantastic.
I don't know. The only one I feel like doesn't have much of a shot out of the first round putting it against anything is Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah, did you say Max Payne?
I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I think you were in the bathroom.
I didn't even hear it, but.
Oh. I mean, it's about even with a couple things.
Yeah.
It is bad.
If I were to compare hate boners, that thing is like adamantine in my mind. But
All right, then Prince of Persia. We'll swap that out with Max Payne.
That, like I said, out of all of those, I don't think Prince of Persia
yeah,
stands up as a fair fight for a first round, even in a Cinderella case.
Yeah.
All right.
Cinderella Man.
It's a good song.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I can dig it.
All right, claim your hate boners.
Well, no, we'll get there. All right. So, we'll have to get this down.
Fiddle's
later.
got dibs on Ragnarok though.
There's like some
You know me
auto
too well,
dibs
Jay.
already, if you- like amongst some of us.
I'll just do it. I'll just do this right. Everyone gets one.
Oh god. No.
Everybody gets one.
That's what I mean. Everyone should
Yeah.
have.
Wait, hold on. Now wait a minute,
Great.
because there's 3 of them that I had high hopes for:
I mean, you already know where my hate boner lies.
Thor and
That's where my hate
Star Wars.
So flip a coin then. Like
You know,
literally flip a
okay,
coin.
Chris,
I
where you
gotta
at?
go with Thor.
Oh, damn! I thought I said I didn't want to do any of these.
I'm
I'll auto select number 5, the one I put in.
so
If Hannon comes on, can I do Star Wars against Hannon?
We'll see how it goes.
I haven't seen it, but I feel like the best one fitting for me would probably be Dark Phoenix. Haven't seen it yet.
You're the one
I'm
that put
so
World
sorry.
War Z up there.
Jax?
I know, but
You already know
as an
I'm
X-Men,
saying.
I mean, half my sleeve is
X-Men aficionado.
Yeah, half my sleeve is X-Men because X-Men's my favorite comic. So
Actually, because I'm the person that's in between it all, I will back out of my own thing. I will. I will bread somebody into this.
You're the one that knows the lore. You can do one of them. You should do one of them.
Yeah.
I can play moderator for
And I'll do King of Fighters.
Bruce, I will do Thor.
that's
Jay.
why I was like, out of the
J-
lore
no,
I know,
I understand that.
Because that's the one
but
where I
you're
walked out when I
probably
got pissed
the only
off.
one that's read World War Z to understand that lore, and
I own the
where
book.
I own the book
So do
too,
I.
but I couldn't tell you anything about it after
Chatoy.
reading it twice.
All right. So
it's Rigo.
That's where I
Our
fall.
top 16 is King of Fighters, World War Z, Iron Man 3, Full Metal Alchemist, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Hulk Eric Bana version, Avatar The Last Airbender, Suicide Squad, X-Men The Dark Phoenix, Justice League, Death Note, Thor Ragnarok, Max Payne, House of the Dead, Star Wars The Last Jedi, which is going to make a lot of people mad, and Transformers The Last Night.
Thor Ragnarok's gonna make a lot of people mad. That movie is loved by so many.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
By people.
I like how we have the
Yeah.
I hope to God we get the Last Night versus the Last
Most of the
Jedi
people that love
like
Suicide
in one.
Squad
Yeah, that's true.
love it.
I don't want that.
Man, I remember leaving the theater for Suicide Squad, and I just
Go back.
Bruce is like, calm down, don't hurt anyone, because so many people were like, oh, this is such a great movie.
Oh, that was me with Ragnarok.
I was gonna kill somebody.
Chris, that was me with Ragnarok.
Two people saying that
No,
Leto was the best Joker, and I was.
Wow.
Oh, I was.
All right.
close.
So we'll call the podcast to a close with that right there. We've gone ahead and we've done this all. We have it set up. I'll get the lots drawn this week, and we'll go ahead and schedule the next first round match for next Friday, and we'll get everyone there. We'll see who it's going to be. Kyle, I know you're trying to figure out your schedule in your head right now. It may not be you, so don't worry about it yet.
Me and Jason won't be here next Friday.
I know you guys won't be. We'll see what it is.
We won't mentally be anywhere next Friday.
We can make it any match. That's not the point.
The point was, I got to find out what the matches are. All right. So we'll go ahead and do that when you guys heard how it is. This is Bruce War Chief Hoover.
Chris, the Enforcer Vasquez.
I was Kyle.
I was Kyle.
You were Kyle?
Yep.
So what are you now?
I want to thank Jason Tecadescamato and David Cheddar Casino.
That's what's up.
That's all. And Jack Sentinel. Go ahead and plug all your fun shit.
All right, everybody. If you love me, if you hate me, I don't give a shit. But if you want to hear stuff about conventions, cosplay, fun shit, cabbages, all the fun shit, you don't get
Cabbages?
Yeah, we talk about the cabbages. Come to the Conventional Podcast. We post every second Friday of the month and sometimes every other time. If you want to hit us up, please hit us up on the Conventional Podcast at popbean.com.
Watch out now.
Yep. I'm done.
You're the only one with something to plug.
Pretty much.
Well, you guys got things to plug, but we're not in this conversation. Kayla, thank you for your assistance on the stairs. And you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Peace.